Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hello, am I working today? Oh, no data. Not again. Am I working? Can everyone hear me? I'll just say hello to everyone. Hey, I am Kai. Hey, out to lunch. Hey, Robin. Hey, and Mob Rats Exposed. How you going? Susie, how you going? XXX, how you going? Damn it, Mandy, how you going? Alex, how you going? Okay, who else have we got in here? I am Kai. Damn it, Mandy. MJ, how you going? Susie, I was singing. Yes, I was singing it. Can everyone see and hear all right? Oh, now it says excellent condition now. Okay, I had to change some settings in the Streamlabs desktop. So I'm hoping it works today so that I don't have to go onto StreamYard. Yeah, they sound so much Streamlabs, StreamYard, who knows anymore. Okay. Hey, Gaia, how you going? Or Gia or Gaia? From Arizona, how you going? Okay, and Liz from Newport. Wow, how you going? Excellent. Good stuff. Okay, let's get, there's a lot of news going on. And I got into my old Twitter. I am in Hev123 Truthseeker, mate. I've been locked out of this account for over a year because they wanted me to delete a tweet, which I was stubbornly refusing to do. Oh, give me one sec, guys. I'm going to add my camera to the... where am I? Yep, that one. Add that. Add it. Right, move it over. Which way? I'm better off here at the moment. Okay, I'm going to make it smaller in a minute. I want to go to my bookmarks. Where is everything I bookmarked? Oh, there it is. No, that's... Is this... Oh, yeah, no, it's recent. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting confused myself here. Okay, I will have to move it and probably make it smaller. Where am I? Whoa, hang on. I'm trying to make the camera smaller. That's not working. Okay. I'm going to go down here. How's that? I'm just going to pop down there. Okay, somehow I got something from Santa Surfing, which I haven't seen in a long time. No one is reporting the Olinda Kahlua fires on Maui, the fires that travelled miles. Did you know Oprah's property was at Thompson Ranch in Kula? I wonder if Oprah's ranch is going up. Interesting. Wall Street Ape said, here's 60 straight seconds of Democrat leaders calling for an uprising and the assassination for Donald Trump. No FBI raids, no indictments. I don't know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, said someone. Maybe there will be. I'll let them say it themselves. Yeah, they'd like to punch people. They said they're enemies. Okay, ready for it? Just have a listen to this. Start with Nancy Pelosi.
I don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right up to the right.
Why? Yes. He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
I don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
So they're apparently getting Donald Trump for inciting something on J6, right? But yet this is what happened when he was in power. This is what they all said. None of them are being held accountable, and I want to know why. They should be. And Trump wants to get back in and get revenge, and I'm all for that. Watch him clean the swamp. Okay, drain the swamp. Josephine Cashman said 3 years ago I was unaware of this filth when they attempted to manipulate, control. Hang on, I just want to check. Did that work? Can you hear everything? Okay. Just let me know that you can hear everything. Josephine Cashman said 3 years ago I was unaware of this filth. Then they attempted to manipulate, control, discredit, demoralise and entrap without any success. Their pathetic, desperate attempts to silence reveal something very evil. This is in Australia. Rob Colton needs to stop spreading pseudo-law lies. This cult was brought to Australia by those who admit to holding blackmail material on our compromised political class of useful idiots. Culleton has partnered with these disgusting psychopaths. Rob Culleton is a fraud ripping off WA farmers, Western Australian farmers. Now he claims to have stopped the WA UN cultural heritage laws despite never exposing the sacred shite hoax. This crook contacted me several times, but I ignored him because he's a repulsive groomer, charlatan and failed politician thug. A weak excuse for paid opposition of billionaire psychopaths whose ship is sinking. And this is this what he wrote to her? No. Hi Josephine, thanks for this and for keeping in touch. You are very right about Culleton. My family's known about his family for 80 years. My father referred to his grandfather as a crook, and Rod is far worse. He has a long history of asset stripping his own companies, including Colton Wools, which still owe me and many others, money unpaid of 25 years ago. A bush lawyer of low intelligence but ample confidence who should be behind bars for his antics. He was bankrupted in 2019, but has not furnished his trustee with his affairs, and as such his bankruptcy period is yet to commence. He is scum. So that's one of our pseudo-politician lawyers, whatever he is, God knows. Dr. Russell McGregor said 2 years ago I wrote the military was in control of Australia. M. Roberts, Queensland, seems to have just found out. However, he clearly has no idea what it actually means. Nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing. It's about to hit everywhere. Once the US starts to investigate and do things properly, you'll see other countries following suit. Dr. Russell McGregor again said yesterday our Australian Masonic PM Albo mocked QAnon theories in Parliament. Yes, this shows Albanese's deep state traitor. He has no respect for Trump and white hats. The Labor Party approved, conspired with ASIO, ASIS, Downer, Thompson, coup d'etat against America. One of our politicians, called Alexander Downer, was involved in the Trump-Russia collusion BS. He was one of the people who started it. So wait until that comes out and watch our politicians here in Australia get caught up in that. CBK News said important, scare necessary event. The United States military gets ready to deploy 7 naval fleets between 180 to 350 warship battleships, aircraft carriers, cruiser ships and nuclear subs across the world in 22 time zones. More Marines are being deployed in these operations to several countries, and Australia will probably be one of them. At the same time, over 24 countries in Africa signed deal with Russia and the Russian military in an alliance compact to immediately work together and cut ties with the UN and major northern NATO supporting countries are Germany, France, Norway. Several more neutral African countries are planning to sign an alliance with Russia, and over 20 African countries began flying the Russian flag. The one CIA, NATO, UN African-controlled military nations and US PAC is now being dismissed. At the same time, Russia deploys the Wagner Group to Niger, Africa in the face of the now open military coup that overthrew the CIA puppet government regime, with the US and French military base watching nearby in panic. As Russia aid and influence grows in Africa, and Putin publicly states the end of the New World Order has begun. This all comes at the heels of US Department of Defense's task force, Jan Hayes, admitting on national TV that President Trump signed executive orders that creates laws against election interference. The EOs are connected to military protocols, and she stated directly that Joe Biden is the leader of the bankrupt US corporation run by the British monarch that dates back to 1871, and Trump ended the US corporation in 2018. And by the way, the Fed's going broke. They're starting to use Treasury dollars. And installed EOs that is connected to military protocols, election interference. Yeah, I'm going to say it that way, okay, just to be safe here. Interference, exposure of military coups. Now Trump has reposted the video and message, military comms, letting people know this is correct. Now you are seeing the true plans of military operations unfolding in real time. As the 2020 selections were military operations to expose them, they caught them all. This plan connects to the CIA, deep state collapse, and the collapse of governments around the world who are under deep state CIA, Rockefellers, Rothschild, MI6, and Mossad control. As the bankrupt deep state, US corporation takes its final breath, the deep state is trying to create world havoc, world war, release another pandemic. But I've told you long ago, game theory operations. Military plans are in place and have been happening for the last 3 years as Ukraine's being exposed. NATO collapsing, world banks collapsing. Now the final stages of planned game theory war is taking place. But what is really going to happen is the world arrest wars, as over 30 major countries will go into military coups, overthrow their governments, and White Hat's military have plans in place to restore order within 30 days of the world collapse and blackouts. Now you know why US generals and commanders knew the US was headed into near civil war in 2024. I warned you long ago of all these events in place, events to happen and unfolding that will lead to near-death civilization event, collapse, blackout, that will trigger military protocols in almost every country on earth and will lead to martial law and military occupation. Control, 11.3, arrest wars. Scare necessary events staging is taking place. First, the staged World War III scenario that will lead to nuclear events, staging, then classified world military records will be released and will lead to the exposure of the pandemic, the creation of the virus, and CIA, NATO, UN creation of Ukraine war. This exposure will lead to military intervention and arrest wars of the deep state in all major countries as treason and crimes against humanity will be revealed. Epstein will connect everything in the end with human world trafficking trade that connects to the deep state military coups and fake colour revolutions that occurred in the past 20 years. CIA, Obama, Clinton's, Rockefellers, Rothschild, world elites, deep state military operations will be exposed, and hopefully Bush is in there as well. And that's it for that one. Take that with a grain of salt. Most of us know, but until you can prove it to yourself, when you see things starting to happen, that's when you'll be able to prove it to yourself. DC Drono said breaking cell phone video of DC officer on January 6 saying, "We go undercover as Antifa in the crowd." I'm pretty sure I've played this a long time ago. They're admitting it. How many cops and federal agents were undercover that day? How many instigated violence and property destruction? Released the J6 tapes. And I believe that's what's going on at the moment with the Trump. They're trying to arrest him. They're trying to remand him. So they're trying to hold him because they say he's an escape risk. He's got private jets, is this, is that. But he's running for the US Congress. Is he really going to run anywhere? I don't think so. But, you know, they're going to try everything they can. Alexandria Marshall said this racist narrative from Indigenous activists that non-Aboriginal people don't have a spiritual connection to the land is really getting on my nerves. Do they really think hundreds of thousands who lost their lives fighting world wars to keep Australia safe weren't spiritually connected to the land? It falls apart anyway when you talk about mixed race people. If you've got one Aboriginal grandparent, are your quarter as connected to the land, or are you a full coloniser because you're 3/4 white? Are we going to start ranking spiritual connection against bloodlines? Where does that leave our mate Bruce Pascoe, a fake Aboriginal who's actually British? I mean, this is a seriously perverted ideology as soon as you start picking at it. This "my race is more spiritual than yours" rhetoric is a backward, arrogant, nasty pack of lies. And I agree. Axel Vassar said, "Here's your forest fire starter." Have you ever seen these things? Have you seen them flamethrow? They're flamethrowers. I don't know, this could be even better technology. This could be laser. But I've seen flamethrowing helicopters, and I'm sure half the time they start these fires. I remember about 8 years ago, west of me in Lithgow, a smaller country town, the army started the fire in their own barracks by unexploded ordnances that they were letting off somehow in the middle of summer in really hot weather when it was windy. But yeah, seriously, you know, it's all just climate change, according to them. Illuminati Bot says, Trump says sickening child attack videos on Biden's laptop haven't been exposed yet. Okay, that's something I really don't want to see. I believe it's there because I've seen other videos of little children dressed up as in some kind of lingerie that I wish I could unsee it. Anyway, but like, it needs to come out though. They need to be held accountable. And I feel sorry for, well, if it's military tribunals, it probably has to be, but I still feel sorry for the people who have to sit there and look at the evidence. I wouldn't like to do that myself. Craig Kelly said Moderna shareholders continue to run for the exits. Shares down a further 6.5% yesterday. Moderna shares have lost almost half their value since the start of this year. The smart money knows that the game is up, and their only product is ineffective, unnecessary, and unsafe. Started up here, and now down here. Is that a 5-day? Yep, that's only 5 days. So they're losing. Craig Kelly said exempt agriculture from net zero or enjoy eating bugs and insects. The Liberal Nationals have sold out Australia's agricultural sector and regional communities by signing up to the ruinous global agenda of net zero. Net zero will disseminate the Australian agricultural sector, force up food prices, and result in a future where the backyard family barbecue will be reserved for the elites. I was honoured to be able to speak out to support Australian farmers at the protest rally organised by billboardbattalion.com in Melbourne on Saturday. If you see any farmers or anything doing a small protest, you know, just speaking up, stand with them. Because I swear, if I seen them in any town down here, I would pull over my car, park my car, and get out and stand with them. As long as they're standing for, like, you know, something I believe in. which I'm sure they would, because farmers normally stand for them, you know, their farming land. Joe Rambo. Oh, wow. Looks like him too. It is a picture of Joe Rambo. Jan Halper Hayes told us about 650 planes full of gold being transported from the Vatican. A clip I am yet to play on Rumble. I don't think I'll be able to play it here, so I'll play it on Rumble. Executive Order 13818, Executive Order 13848. We have it all appears to be more than a statement about evidence. Hold on tight, friends. It's going to be a rough landing. But I do believe there'll be enough to celebrate about on the other side. Executive Order 13818, blocking the property of persons involved in serious human rights abuse or corruption, including trafficking. Executive Order 13848, imposing certain sanctions in the event of foreign interference. They got Alexander Downer. That was part of the Russian collusion. They have had interference from overseas. I know Australia is one of them. Viva Fry said at the entrance of the Victoria General Hospital in Halifax, these MFers knew all along, as they were telling us it would prevent transmission when they knew it didn't. As they were coercing Canadians to take it, they were demonising Canadians as conspiracy theorists for not wanting to take it. Look, if you get called that, wear it as a badge of honour. Don't worry about being called. It's it might have used to have been a smear, not anymore. That's what you call Canadians, right, Barbie? Justin Trudeau? Racists, misogynists, extremists. And still you got your sycophants and bootlickers defending you, even some children. I wish you lived to a ripe old age so you can see history judge you in real time. Okay, I've got a bit of a problem with that one. Depending on what he's done. If he's done anything to children, he's better off being hung. So at the entrance to VGH, and now you know the conspiracy theory was not. Okay, this is in Canada. Outside one of their medical places, I'm sure. Look. Wow. If you need support, ring this number if you're in Canada. Or info@vaccineinjurysupport.ca. Public Health Agency of Canada. So after forcing people, now they're starting to realise that, there's injuries. No, they knew all along. It was a depopulation thing. Israel, Vatican, London, DC, US Corporation, quick rundown. The Jesuits were involved in the design of the District of Columbia. Did you know that DC used to be named Rome? DC has always been foreign land, 10 square miles of BS. It's been run solely by the London of Finance and the Vatican. The 3 stars on the DC flag are not what they try to tell you. The 3 stars represent London, Vatican and DC. DC is full of satanic symbols, the owl, the obelisk, the pentagram, etc. Not to mention all 3 have an obelisk, Cleopatra's Needle, St. Peter's Square and the Washington Monument. Ask yourself, who is signing the checks in Washington? Did Trump take a salary as president? The fake news claims he did, but accountants say it's unclear. He didn't. In fact, he lost money, stated around $15.7 million. Why? Because he wasn't going to be paid by a foreign entity. It goes the same for the Federal Reserve, not a US entity, was controlled by the Rothschilds. Remember that Yahoo article that came out talking about Trump merging the Fed into the US Treasury? Notice how the financial system's getting worse and worse? It's because the US Corporation Act of 1871 was dissolved, completely broke. The old guard literally has no way out. They have no money. They have nowhere to go but destruction. The Vatican is owned by the Rothschilds just like the Fed was. It's documented, 1832, Rothschild loan to the Holy See. Post-1951, Michael Corleone is fighting the corrupt elements of the Vatican in Godfather 3. This is why they mentioned the Godfather many times in the posts. The estimated wealth of the Vatican Bank was $229 billion, not too long ago. Today it's estimated around $5 billion. In September of 2022, Pope Francis instructed Vatican entities to move all funds to the Vatican Bank by August the 1st, 2022, and I remember that. The Bank of England also wanted their notes changed by the same day. Why? They're broke. How? All the US gold was there, and it took 650 planes to get it all out of there, like Dr. Jan Halper Hayes said in her interview. Now, as Jim Rickards would say, gold should be around 10k an ounce, could be higher, once it is revalued. I did some math, and it's estimated that we took back 125,367,744 ounces of gold, 3,555 metric tons, revalued at 10k an ounce. In the future, well, you do the math. Trump is bringing back the republic from the corporation. It's nothing we've ever seen before, so I get that it's hard to comprehend. Long story short, the Biden Corporation is broke, dissolved, and now fake. All our wealth was taken from the Vatican. DC is now 10 square miles of illegitimacy. Even on FEMA.gov it states that if you can't operate in DC, then you work with the states. It's all about getting our true sovereignty back. We've been controlled by the Vatican and bankers for so long. Things are going to be changing. They have lost all the power. I left out a lot of details, but this is a quick rundown. We'll be discussing more depth on the podcast Tuesday night, August the 8th, and I'm just going to... Interesting. There's the owl. Interesting upside down pentagram there. And the 3 stars. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to retweet this. Right, and if you are following me on Twitter, I suggest you follow me on both the accounts, honestly. Kevin, we the people. Love Dad, heart Dad, whatever. This man deserves standing applause after this speech. When Obama became president, he tried to get Africa to accept same-sex marriages. Africa said, we don't want that stuff around here. So Obama sanctioned Africa, and Joe Biden's doing the same thing right now. Is homosexuality really that important? Enough for you to starve babies and women to death because a country is trying to uphold God's law? We're up against a bunch of evil demons. So is the news about Africa, like going after white people, is that fake news? That's what I'm wondering. Because when the coup first happened, I thought that it was a good thing, and then I heard all these really bad stories about what's happening in Africa. And I'm wondering if it's fake news. Okay, Dr. Simon Godek said over the past 3 years, journalists have to come up with many reasons for the rise in heart damage. Example, showering. Showering will give you a heart attack now. Probably eating potatoes too. However, none blamed it on the experimental gene therapy administered to billions around the globe. Ooh, this one may have to be read on Rumble. Heart attack, the shower habit that could precipitate a heart attack in the healthy. I remember years ago when, I think it was when autism first came out, they were saying you could have strokes from showers as well. And you'd have problems if you ate green potatoes. There's lots of things they say that I don't believe anymore. Craig Kelly said first they came for the cattle, but I said nothing because I was a chicken. Then they came for the sheep, but I said nothing because I was a chicken. Now they're coming for the chickens. What's going on? Around 1 million sheep and cattle across Northern Ireland may have to be lost in order for the agricultural sector to reach net zero carbon emissions targets. Ireland, stand up. Stand up. I know you got the heart. Come on. The analysis from KPMG, commissioned by those in the farming sector, including the Ulster's Farmer Union, suggests more than 500,000 cattle and around 700,000 sheep would need to be lost to meet the climate targets. In other words, they need to be, they're going to do that to them. Where's the vegans standing up for all these animals? Yeah, very quiet. No, there are some good vegans, believe me. There's just some that are really intense. Further work done by the US government's climate advisors suggests chicken numbers would also need to be cut by 5 million by 2035 in Northern Ireland. Wow. Last month, the Northern Ireland Assembly passed climate change legislation committing to the region to net zero carbon emissions by 2050. And remember, in Australia, Albanese and Blackout Bowen have legislated net zero. It's just a matter of time till they start to come for Australia's cattle, sheep and chickens. Well, I'll tell you what, get your own chickens. That's the next best thing. So they're just going to kill them. That's what it looks like to me. Look, unless you need to eat an animal, you shouldn't have to kill an animal. And certainly not for this ridiculous BS climate change. Jesse Waters said Joe Biden unlocked uranium mining today on 1 million acres bordering the Grand Canyon. Why would Biden block mining for an element used for nuclear power plants, electricity, radiation treatments? We already import 95% of our uranium from countries like Russia, Kazakhstan, Africa. Hang on, is that where Joe's had some business dealings? And now Joe is single-handedly losing Africa to Russia, who already controls our uranium supply through its satellites. America already sends $1 billion to Putin's crown jewel uranium base, Rosatom. The same Rosatom that took over Uranium One, the company that donated millions to the Clinton Foundation when Hillary was Obama's Secretary of State. So why is Joe Biden funding Russia's dangerous uranium monopoly? Interesting, isn't it? Who's colluding with Russia? And by the way, didn't Hunter Biden and Joe Biden have dealings with a Russian oligarch? Rukshan Fernando said Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has called out Australians that want more details about the voice to Parliament. They've called it, okay, anyone who's against the voice, they've called them QAnon-style conspiracy theorists. It must be that catchphrase from around the world. They were calling Sound of Freedom QAnon conspiracy theorists. Okay, now they're calling people who don't like the voice QAnon-style conspiracy theorists. That's the new conspiracy theorist term. Proud of it. The outburst from the embattled PM came after a question about an FOIA release that showed the alleged full contents of the Uluru Statement from the Heart, which heavily focused on treaty making. And I'm not going to play this. Oh, no, I will. Okay, let him tell you what he thinks.
That is a conspiracy in search of a theory, Mr. Speaker. It is something that has been out there, like a whole lot of the QAnon theories. We have all sorts of conspiracy stuff out there, but this is a ripper. That is the Uluru Statement from the Heart on an A4 bit of paper. That is it. But what we have here...
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's at least 18 pages long, okay? It's not one page, like he's saying. And that was the right one. Yep. Just making sure I like the correct post. Killer Instinct said, breaking news, Pfizer just lost in the UK court case over misleading info about the jab safety. I agree with the OP that it should be headline news. Keep the pressure coming.
News on our side is that we can now talk about. We've been asked not to talk about it until now. We now can. So we took Pfizer to the regulator in the UK about comments that he made on the BBC about the kids' vaccine, and we won. So Pfizer's CEO, Dr. Baller, has been found guilty of misleading parents about the COVID vaccine for kids. As you'd expect, we'll be writing and talking more about that over the coming weeks. And yeah, it just reinforces our view that there are deep issues plaguing kids in the UK. And, you know, we will continue to fight the regulatory capture and vested interests, which we see as so detrimental to children's health and welfare.
I'll wait till they find out about the rest of them. The rest of the jabs. Why do kids have to have 75 before they even start school? Derek Johnson said that one piece of legislation that proves everything, military occupancy and continuity of the government. Let's have a listen.
So let's play a game if Joe Biden was really president. 1, you must know we're in a military occupancy and a continuity government. All right, I have other videos that break that down. 2, Military Justice Act. Supreme Court clarified that military laws are separate from civil. President and Commander-in-Chief are 2 separate roles and duties, and then also clarified that the Commander-in-Chief is separate from the federal government. All right, that's an act. Then you have to know where the President and Congress declares wars. That's in the War Powers Resolution Act. That is 50 U.S. Code, Chapter 33, Section 1541 to Section 1550. All right, the other thing you must know is that executive orders with national emergencies, they cannot be extended no more than 2 consecutive 12-month periods. All right, no more than 2 consecutive 12-month periods. So why would Joe Biden, on July 13, 2023, if he was really president, why would he put in this executive order on July 13, 2023, I hereby authorize the Secretary of Defense, the authority? All right, well, you got to go look at the War Powers Resolution Act because that's where the president declares war. All right, you don't have to like it, but that's where they would declare it. All right, the last amended section of the War Powers Resolution Act is Section 1550. All right, scroll to the bottom of it. It's a house.gov page. Scroll to the bottom, executive documents. It says for fiscal year 2020, and there's a memorandum in here from July 19, 2021, which makes no accounting sense whatsoever that you have a memorandum from 2021 in the fiscal year 2020. That makes no sense. And that memo says, I hereby delegate the Secretary of Defense the authority and functions vested in the Section 1550. We'll scroll up to 1550. What's it say? On December the 20th, 2019. Who was the president in 2019? All right, and it says 180 days after. So 180 days onto that would be June 17, 2020. In between that, March 2020, Donald John Trump became a wartime president by definition when he federalized 1 million reserve components to active duty. All right, and he put it also in Executive Order 13912, which these 2 memos are extensions of that. All right, because they have not been revised or revoked, and you cannot extend that order no more than 2 consecutive 12-month periods. So the July 13th is a new extension. All right, but it's telling the Secretary of Defense to abide by the authority and functions vested in Section 1550. So let's reword that. Joe Biden is telling the Secretary of Defense to obey the orders and the functions vested in the President, Donald John Trump, in Section 1550. Donald John Trump is your legal commander-in-chief because that's where you declare war. The original order is Section 1550. You don't have to like it, but facts are facts.
Now, I don't know, I've heard this before, so it's up to you again to what you believe and, as always, do your own research. Craig Kelly said, with Albanese distracting Australians with his divisive The Voice, his government is preparing to sell out our nation's sovereignty to the World Health Organization. This keeps coming up every now and then. The proposed changes to the International Health Regulations 2005 are simply a power grab by the WHO, which include that their dictates are no longer just advisory and human rights no longer apply. Great. That's all we need. It's going to get, as I said, we're going to be pushed to the very edge, guys. That's what the precipice is, right? The very edge. And when we think we can't take it anymore, it'd probably keep going. No, I'm kidding. Clandestine said there's a massive energy shift going on. It feels like we've reached a tipping point in the Normie Waking campaign. So many people are now outspoken about the lies and deceit that it's given others the courage to do the same. This effect is compounded across the globe. Now it's considered socially acceptable to be a truther. It's the counterculture now. It's cool to be anti-establishment. Now that a large enough portion of people have begun to reject establishment narratives, many of the sleepers will join with us, simply because of their natural human desire to fit in. In other words, we've been dominating cultural war, and now it's starting to bear fruit. So hang in there, guys. Just hang in there. Like me, I'm telling myself to hang in there too. Flim Flam said, what do you see? The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we're trying to save. But until we do, these people are still part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it. That was from The Matrix, by the way. And someone's put it in a meme and said Donald J. Trump. But it's still very relevant. So just beware, because some people will try and protect the system with everything they've got, not knowing anything. The Patriot Voice said, wow, wow, wow. GB News apparently had Dr. Jan Halper back on Sunday and she dropped even more fruit. This time she talked about CIA Operation Mockingbird, the Smith-Mundt Act, which Obama played with in 2008, and removed the part that said you couldn't use propaganda against the American people. Since 2008 at least, and I believe they've been doing it before then anyway, they were allowed to use propaganda against the people. Oh dear. I've got a bad tickle, guys, sorry. Okay. Trump playing 5D chess. How Trump signed Presidential Emergency Act documents, PEDs. 3 executive orders that Trump signed, which Biden has continued. This woman is a national treasure. The truth telling she is telling revolutionary. She is literally making history. Oh. Okay, I'm going to try. Should I try? Okay.
And that is part of why we have this corrupt media. You could go to Wikipedia and find Operation Mockingbird, that the CIA has been in there forever. Then Obama repealed the 1948 Smith-Mundt Act, which then permitted propaganda to be in broadcasting. It no longer said that it had to be credible. And so when he came out and said fake news, he warned us at the end of his speech that it is going to be very hard. The establishment, the media, the globalists are all going to come after. They're going to try to intimidate, but he needed to smoke them out. And guess what happened? The next day, Congress, on the Democrat side, wanted to create a law that he couldn't run. Then what happened was the Republicans came out and said they were going to investigate Hunter Biden. And Friday, the Department of Justice, AG, launched an investigation, and he put the most corrupt prosecutor who hates Trump on it. Donald Trump actually plays chess on a 5D level, and you never can anticipate what his next move is going to be. The reason that his Mar-a-Lago was seized upon was that they really wanted to get the PEDs, the Presidential Emergency Act document, which is only what Trump knows and the military, that he had to put in place, because before he left, he declared 2 national emergencies. And you know what? Biden hasn't reversed that. Biden has signed on to 3 of his executive orders to continue them going. So we have some very fascinating things that are going to come out.
There you go. Sorry, I was just looking for something. Everything we've been saying, now she's said. And I happen to agree with her. Figan said, I'm confused and curious about your thoughts on it. Is it right or wrong to be raised this way by her parents? Oh, it's so right. No, that is the way to bring up a child, I'm telling you. Especially a girl. Well, doesn't matter, boy or girl. But if you want your daughter to be able to protect herself and to safely be doing things like this, honestly, I believe this is... It's a good thing. More people should do it. Teach their children well. So that, yeah, this doesn't happen again. General Mark Flynn said, huge attaboy to Gateway Pundit for their investigative work to expose the truth. Now when do we get our real president back? Oh, Michael Flynn said that. Mike Flynn. Oh, this one I don't know if I can read on here. Michigan was pretty rigged. Democrat operatives caught in October 2020 in up to 10,000 fraudulent registrations per day, with many with same handwriting and fake addresses. Police investigated, report attached, and found guns with silencers, burner phones, rental cars and warehouses where ballots and registrations stored, all funded by Democrat strategy firm. Ballots would be mailed to fake addresses, intercepted and put in drop boxes by mules. Video from Detroit, where a vote count centre, shows 3 a.m. drop-offs, 100,000 plus, pieces of paper, without any supervisors but from the GOP, by rental car from out of state. I'm trying to reword it. Biden got unexplained vote spike within a few hours later. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering when the real, president of the free world will be back. Because whoever is president is leader of the free world. Michigan AG and FBI bought in to investigate and they shut it down. Gateway Pundit Twitter account banned for posting videos of it. Instead, AG Nessel charged Michigan electors for sending alternative ballots. Huge props to Gateway Pundit for putting all these pieces together. Here's some footage of it. Of what happened. I'm just trying to find a lighter, guys. I don't know what I've done with it. But this is part of the proof. Oh, squeaky chairs and squeaky me. So I'll just let that play while I find my lighter. Oops. I'm trying to get there. Okay, so I'm going to retweet that one too. If anyone wants to look further, I'm just going to give you a general overview of what I see going on. B. Gromit said, what a sick new world. UN chief. Christians who don't accept minor attracted persons will be excluded from society? You're going to exclude most of the population, mate. There's only going to be a couple of yous in there. No, there'll be hundreds, maybe hundreds of thousands, because that's how bad it is. But most of the population don't accept that and aren't going to accept it, okay? Just know, you leave the children alone or the mama bears and daddy bears are going to come after you. Illuminati Bot said, oh my goodness, I don't know if you can read that. Major Clinton donor arrested sexually abusing dogs. Okay. Okay. Major Clinton donor arrested for that, right? Readers added context. Oh, he only gave $50. He still attacked dogs. Mate. Ian Miles Chong said Mike Pence posted a video of himself gassing up a pickup truck. The fuel pump that asked you to select your gas type is beeping the entire time. So he hasn't selected a gas type. That's a good idea. Why don't we have them over here? We've got 4 or 5 different nozzles that we've got to choose the right gas from, That'd be good if you could just pick one up and go, yep, I'll take this really good unleaded, because it makes your car go fast. I don't know if anyone knows that, by the way. Ethanol slows down your car, hurts your car. You know the really good fuel? You know the octane, high octane one? Well, I've got a little Mazda 2, right? And if I put that in my car, flies. It really does. Put your foot down, you're like, oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. He's clearly never pumped his own gas. Who thought this was a good idea? Okay, we're ready for it.
Hey everybody, Mike Pence here. Remember $2 a gallon gas? I do. And then Joe Biden became president of the United States and launched his war on energy. Since that time, gasoline prices are up 60%. Electricity prices are up 25%. Joe Biden's war on energy is causing real hardship for working families, small businesses.
Can you hear the beeping in the background? Oh my God, mate, I'm a woman and I can fill my car. Even in America. With beeping, I'd have to ask someone, but yeah. Oh dear, that was a bit of a fail. Colin Ruggs said new rapper Neo. I don't know if that's how it's said because I don't know who that is. Anyway, but asked me who Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 were. I know who they are, but I don't know who Neo is. But blasts his publicist for releasing an apology after he condemned the left's agenda of sexualising and transitioning children, right? His publicist released an apology. It wasn't him. This is how it's done. First and foremost, I do not apologise for having an opinion on this matter. I need you all to hear this from the horse's mouth, not the publicist's computer, so check this out. I will never be okay with allowing a child to make a decision that is detrimental to their life. I will never be okay with that. I doubt there's any book anywhere or any opinion that somebody's going to tell me it's going to make me okay with letting a child make a decision like that. And bravo to the guy. Okay, here he is.
What's going on, loved ones? This is Neo. Alright, listen. I normally don't give too much of a damn about what y'all think about what I do, what y'all have to say about what I say, whatever. I normally don't care because, like I said, opinions ain't special. Everybody got one. However, this is something I feel very strongly on, and I need y'all to hear this from the horse's mouth, not the publicist's computer. So check this out. First and foremost, I do not apologize for having an opinion on this matter. I am a 43-year-old heterosexual man raising 5 boys and 2 girls, okay? That's my reality. Now, if my opinion offended somebody, yeah, sure, I apologize for you being offended because that wasn't my intention. My intention is never to offend anybody. However, I'm entitled to feel how I feel. I'm absolutely entitled to feel how I feel the same way you are entitled to feel how you feel. I ain't asked nobody to follow me. I ain't asked nobody to agree with me. I was asked a question, and I answered the damn question, okay? I have no beef with the LGBTQIA plus community whatsoever. I ain't got no beef with y'all. Do whatever the hell it is you want to do. Do what you want to do with your kids. However, somebody asked my opinion on this matter, and this is how I feel. I will never be okay with allowing a child to make a decision that detrimental to their life. I will never be okay with that. I don't care. I definitely plan to educate myself a little bit more on this matter. However, I doubt that there's any book anywhere or any opinion that somebody's going to tell me that's going to make me okay with letting a child make a decision like that. That's just period, point blank, and that's how I feel. If I get canceled for this, then you know what? Maybe this is a world where they don't need a Neo no more, all right? And I got no problem with that. I'm a hustler, all right? I'll figure it out. I got kids to raise, and I'm going to do that regardless. So, with that being said, y'all have a good day. I love everybody. Live how you want to live, love how you want to love, but your opinion is yours. Speak your opinion as much as you damn well feel like it. Because as I said, they're not important, they're not special. Everybody got one, and you're entitled to it. I'm entitled to mine, all right? Y'all feel how y'all want to feel. Have a great day. It's Neo. Peace and love.
Well done. And with 7 kids, I don't think you'll be... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you worry about what people think of you, really. You got 7 kids to worry about, mate. Whoa. My daughter has 3. That's hard enough. Wow. Good on him, though. And he's right. And anyway, all these people who are standing for the trans community, like, I watched a women's soccer team yesterday because they had a male on the team and he wasn't transitioning to anything. It was just a male. And one of the ladies walked up and said, "That's my wife you're talking to." Wife? It looks like a husband. I don't know. Anyway, they're screaming trans rights are human rights or something. And I said, yeah, well, we all have human rights, or lack thereof. We all have the same rights. So what rights are we getting that trans people don't get? Because there are human rights which encompass all humans. Anyway, Craig Kelly said, if Labor pass, this is in Australia, if Labor pass their censorship bill, they can censor all social media platforms, including Telegram and Rumble. So online there'll be nowhere left to go for free speech. The government will control the lot. And LT Australia, haven't seen him for ages either. Craig, in the event Labor pass their censorship bill, does that mean we're all back on Telegram? Well, no, they can just shut the whole lot off. Let's start planning ahead now instead of waiting around till the communists in Labor nuke our social media accounts. There you go. That's what could happen. Oh, what have I done? I've got to go through it again. Sorry, guys. I probably should leave it there. I think there's more. I'm not sure how much. I went berserk trying to bookmark everything the last couple of days. Oops. We're about here somewhere. What's this one? Oh, we played that one. No, we didn't play it, but I read it. What's this one? Yep, the shower one. I haven't been liking all of them. Oh, I'll get there, guys. Sorry. This is a pain in the behind that Twitter keeps refreshing and going back to the beginning. Or maybe it was me. Okay. No, we're still... I was way ahead of myself there. Yep. Still way ahead of that. Yeah. Oh, goodness me. How far back do I need to go? Okay. Roxanne Fernando said Aussie Pfizer clowns hit the world stage. Okay, what's going on here?
You must have been fully aware that people, nurses, doctors, people to have their jobs, to keep their jobs, were forced to have the vaccination. Now, do you retract your statement that they were not forced?
Senator, no, I believe firmly that nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
So now we know, we've reported this on the show, 70,000 healthcare workers alone. 70,000 healthcare workers alone in New York State lost their jobs. 70,000. And when healthcare workers won't take a vaccine, isn't that like the kitchen help won't eat the food? And 70,000 of them lost their job. Now watch this.
Get the jab or risk losing your job. That's the ultimatum facing hundreds of thousands of essential workers tonight.
I believe everybody was offered an opportunity to get a vaccine or not get a vaccine. I don't believe that anybody was forced to take a vaccine.
Coercion is not consent, but that won't matter for authorised workers if they want to keep their job.
Well, then they won't be going to work.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
If you make the judgment to not get vaccinated and you reckon you can wait out us or the publican or whoever you want to think you're waiting out.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
Life will become very difficult for the unvaccinated from January 31.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
No gym, no yoga classes. No gigs, no dance floors. No hospital or aged care visits.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
Message snuffed out at Moonee Ponds, Knox and Mordialloc by police.
I'm not taking lectures on freedom.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
If an employer allows an unvaccinated staff member on site, they can be fined more than $21,000 and the business will be hit with almost a $110,000 fine. Workers who falsely claim they've had the jab will wear a $10,000 fine.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
About some people not wanting to take vaccines.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
If you think you can not have a vaccine just because you don't want to have a vaccine.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
What a hide you have. What a ridiculous position is that?
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
Don't play that game of let's just wait them out and then we'll be able to do everything we want to do and have not got jabbed. No, that will not be the case here.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
It's a little bit controversial, the mandate, because...
So here's the president of Pfizer talking about how he mandated a vaccine at his own company. Watch this. He said it was very controversial because some people,
they feel they react even stronger to the mandate. But also, on the other hand, it works.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
That they put a mandate.
They put a mandate.
They put mandate, if you don't get vaccinated and you're above 60 years old, 100 euros per month penalty.
It's a fine.
It's a fine.
Nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
Because they work. I've seen it. Even at Pfizer, we had to make a mandate to ask our people. And although we were at 90%, but this 90 was not moving, and it moved to 97%.
You got it up to what?
97 vaccinated, so it's a very big deal.
So there's those two clowns from Pfizer answering questions to politicians in Australia saying that nobody was ever mandated. Here's the president of their own company saying that they had a mandate at their own company. These people are criminal liars. I just can't. And so this is the latest lie now. The latest lie is no one was ever for. The first lie was the vaccine would stop the transmission and it would stop the pandemic. The second lie was we never said the vaccine would stop the transmission and stop the pandemic. And now the third lie is that, oh, we never mandated it. We never made it that everybody could have a choice to take the vaccine. We never made anybody take it. And people repeat this and believe it. I don't know what's it. I hope there's a question in there for you somewhere, Brett.
Yeah. Well, I think I know how it is that they are telling this lie. What they mean is no one was physically forced. They were obviously coerced, threatened, unemployed if they didn't follow through. We've seen it here in the state of Washington. Our ferry system is a mess because the governor fired the unvaccinated ferry workers and never rehired them. And so here's the important point, though. We're out here dicking around over minutia interpretations, groups of video clips that tell a clear story. This was all sorted out at Nuremberg. The fact is, informed consent was codified by the Nuremberg court because the Nazi doctors violated a principle that, even though it had not been spelled out, the court believed every doctor should understand, which is that not only does a patient have a right to refuse any experimental treatment, but they have a right to full information about what that treatment is. And the fact is, we were not well informed, we were lied to, and consent was coerced. That is a double violation of the Nuremberg Code. This is something over which 7 doctors were literally hanged until dead. That's how important this principle is, and we are pretending that it never happened. This was an obvious violation, and we ought to remember that.
There you go. I was lucky, in a way. Well, not really lucky. I was sick, and I couldn't work, so I wasn't forced to get one, and I didn't. I didn't take any of them. I didn't even mask. I didn't do anything, and I'm immune compromised. So. And when they were saying, oh, you can't just wait it out and hope it all goes back to normal, well, now, look, I can go anywhere. Well, most places. I can't necessarily get a job. It depends on what the company is doing now, but I have been looking. Project Veritas says breaking former Biden transition official Andrew Lorenzen Strait describes his corrupt bargain scheme, brokering massive $2 billion immigration contracts with federal government. There's a much easier way to earn $2 billion than caring for 80,000 kids. Cherokee Nation is not this benevolent humanitarian actor. They make most of their money with alcohol and gambling. It's been effed up, but it's been a boom for my business. What's this? Oh, leaked. There's an 11-minute video here. I'm not going to play it, but it is a leaked video. Project Veritas. Is it Project Veritas? Yep. I don't like them after they got rid of, what's his name? But if they're leaking something like this, I'm going to retweet it anyway. So anyone wants to go watch it, please follow me on Twitter. The links are in the description and underneath. Tim Pool said, now imagine World War III and these things are all carrying bombs, lol. 1,500 drones create a Chinese dragon in the night sky. And Tim Pool said, now imagine those things dropping bombs. Imagine that. See what they can do? That's with drones. That's not even like holograms. Very in tune drones. Libs of TikTok says self-proclaimed black supremacist goes on unhinged racist tirade after finding out her sister slept with a white man. She vows to destroy the relationship before asking her boyfriend to come and take him out for her. She's reportedly a teacher in Texas and has a history, not anymore, she's not. I believe she's been fired. She has a history of anti-white racist tweets. Now let's just have a, what's going on here? Okay, let's have a look. Woke up to my sister being the biggest disappointment. Oh, hang on. Let's go back a bit. She said, woke up to my sister being the biggest disappointment I've ever seen. Look at the colour of the arm wrapped around my sister. That one there. My poor sis laid up with a pasty in my effing house. Then she said, I'm inconsolable. How many white classmates does she have? My sis letting all of Europe take turns on her. What? She's saying this about her sister. The disappointment I feel right now. Our parents raised us better than this. The girl spent all of her dowry and now laid up with a white. Yes, and my classmate Matt is here, just FYI. And she said, that's the guy in the black truck. And her sister says, yep. And he says, he white, all of them are. I laugh my ass off, it's true. What is going on here? Oh, and then she gets, yeah, okay.
So, y'all already know why I'm having a bad day. My sister is a cave dweller smasher. In my house. On this land? I just want to let y'all know that I'm about to do everything in my power to fuck this relationship up. And it's gonna be so fun and so satisfying to watch.
To her sister? She also said she had to call her man for backup. I can't believe she has this cave dweller in my freaking house. Her boyfriend's asked, did she introduce you all? No, she didn't. Oh my God, I'm trying to stay calm. She knows I'm racist. I'll say. Lol, that man looks straight up like Trump supporter. Why? Because he's white? And she said, come and take him for me, Dre. I promise I'll help you hide the body. Bring all your 4 guns. And then she said, like, I'm baffled as seeing a white man in my house. I can't believe it. This is supposed to be can I say that word? I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that word. Only house, right? A black person only house. I'm so mad right now, but I also don't want to cause a scene and embarrass her. You've just called her all the names under the sun, letting men run through her, she said. I don't know what to do right now. She's 29 and just got fine. Queen pick me and logical for free. Pro-black man, black supremacist. Why shouldn't I hate white people? Why should I show you all any love at all? Name a big historic moment where white people did anything for black people out of kindness of your heart. Oh, I don't know. What about wars? Stood beside each other in them ones, but yeah, I don't know. I would not give a damn if a white person had what my bio says, because we already know you all are evil people, so it's right on brand. And there are definitely white pages on here with my bio and worse. Then she wrote, a white man, a good dude, you smoking crack? And then she said, today's the first day of school, can't wait to see all my new students. Oh dear God. And then she got sacked for being racist. She said, thank God I got me a real one. School for students starts on 7th of August, but teachers go back on the 31st of July. Dre, please tell me you see getting your backside eaten as gay as F. Oh, okay, that's real soon. Yeah, that's super gay. This is why I love you. Thank you for being homophobic like I am. You're my soulmate. This is what she was writing. I wouldn't even think to ask my boyfriend that. I don't know. Okay. If I had one. Claire said, chilling in my class while Twitter thinks they can take my safe and secured. Yeah, well, she's not anymore. Not safe and secure. She got the sack. See, that's why you shouldn't do that. Okay. General Mike Flynn said recently Barack Obama was praising librarians, a noble profession. But in his letter of 7/17/23, these are the type of books he was discussing that needed to be allowed, not in public libraries, but in public elementary schools. Instead, he should be specifically promoting maths, science and civics type books that teach young children to critically think, rather than further confusing them with all this pedo absurdity. Obama, how about we simply allow children to grow up in a normal life? Go for it, bots and trolls. Make my day. Because this is what you see in almost every Barnes and Noble store. When they say we're coming for your kids, they're not kidding. My Two Dads and Me, the pronoun book, Bye Bye Binary. Love Makes a Family. Rick. This is Our Rainbow. Oh, it's God's Rainbow. Pink is for Boys. This Little Rainbow. True You with all the rainbow colours. Pride. An Inspirational History of the LGBTQ Movement. The Fairest in the Land. ABC Deconstructing Gender. Jeez, there's a lot of them. Molly's something or other. 'Twas the Night Before Pride. I Am a Rainbow. And Sparkle Boy. Mate, seriously. Okay, Chuck Costello said, flashback, FBI whistleblower testifies under oath that the FBI will not allow 11,000 hours of J6 footage to be released because it was clearly exposed undercover agents committing crimes inside the Capitol. Set up from the beginning. Ready?
Those individuals were inside the Capitol, to which the SSA responded back, and I was privy to these conversations firsthand. Why can't you show us? Why can't you just send us, give us access to the 11,000 hours of video that's available? Because there may be UC's undercover officers or CHS's confidential human sources on those videos whose identity we need to protect.
So, Mr. Allen, you got retaliated against.
Those individuals were inside.
Start it again. There you go. Because they'll be exposed. Okay. Oh yeah, this was in Amsterdam, January 2022. For people protesting anti-lockdown, okay? Getting attacked by the police and the dogs and... Oh, wow. Hey. Oh, they're real tough when they got their batons and the people aren't armed. That looked like Black Lives Matter. They're trying to help the police there. Wow. Disgusting. Tucker Carlson's message, Wall Street Apes said Tucker Carlson's message to the Murdoch family, who owns and controls Fox News, Sky News Australia, after being fired for seeking real information and truth is epic. My opinions are not a crime. They never can be a crime in a free country. You listening up, Australia? That was A, I think. B, I have a right to all the information I need to make an informed decision about whatever the issue is. That's democracy, right? Australia as well. They're like, oh, you're not allowed to know that, really? Why am I not? Because I might arrive at a conclusion that's different from the lies you're telling me. Actually, I want that information. Yeah, F you. And that's exactly what he says. Oh, dear. Good on him. Okay, what's this one? Clown World. Cousins by faith, lovers by choice. Hey, they got some unusual looking flags up the back there. Is that the Nazi flag? I don't know. Cousins, oh God. Kissing cousins. Okay, and the rest is pretty much a repeat of what I was talking about before. So let's get into the comments now. How far can I go back? Okay, I'm back over here where I've got the beginning of it. Hey Sherry, nice Nisi. MJ, Susie, I was singing in the beginning. Liz, how you going? I think I said hello. Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Nancy, how you going? Woohoo, you're on YouTube. Yeah, I keep popping up here and there and everywhere. One goes down, another one pops up. Who else is in here? Oh, and MRE, Mob Rats Exposed, is going to do a video sometime soon, I believe, if anyone's interested in Sean Atwood and, you know, what he's a liar. But yeah, go and sub to MRE. I don't know if Alex, can you possibly put that link in the chat? Just search for Mob Rats Exposed and it should come up. Florida in the house. Good to see. We've got a few people from Florida. Liz said, haven't been here for a while, for the live in a while. How you going, everyone? How you going, Liz? Susie said, Robbie Robertson, R.I.P. Alex said, I remember Oprah not allowing people to use her land when they needed to escape a fire a couple of years ago. She comes across all nice, but she's pure evil. XXX said, oh, Nancy, I hate them. David said Oprah's barbecue got out of control. Yeah, Harpo. Yeah, Harpo is reverse, it says Oprah. MJ said the ranch is on fire. Meanwhile, back at the Harpo ranch. XXX says horrible times. Now it's sad, it is. But look, we're going through the dark. We're going to come back out the other side. It's going to be fantastic once this is over, but it's going to take a while. Could take another year or so. Anyway. Nursing Muskrat said, Nancy Donahue, hello and welcome. MJ said she had a condo on the water in Florida too, evil ring wearer. Simone said, hey, Hev1, it's good to see you all. How you going, Simone? Alex said, terribly sad, but I feel like I can only just sit back and watch. Most people don't want to hear at this point. Yeah, well, the people who don't want to hear at this point are still asleep. They'll be woken up by some kind of scare, I believe. Now, that could be anything, even nuclear weapons going off in the sky. It'll be like an EMP attack. It won't be the wiping people out one, unless it does land on the ground, but I don't think they will. This is designed to wake everybody up. Menacing Muscat said, praying all goes well for you, I am Kai. Hev fam, please. Pray for I am Kai. I hope you're all right, I am Kai. I've seemed to have jumped the chat and can't find out what's going on. XXX said, Trump the ultimate outsider. Definitely. Trump 100%, he didn't need this, but we need him. Oh, the whole world does. If you think about it right now, we have Joe Biden as leader of the free world. That's frightening. No wonder all our countries are shit. When Trump was in, we had cheap everything. We had cheap fuel here in Australia, right? Our fuel was 99 cents a litre. It's now $2.50 a litre. Everything was cheaper when Trump was in power. And I noticed it here in Australia. I've been behind Trump since when he first got in, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. But when he started talking, and I was on his side straight away, I knew what was going on. I've been awake for a while, so I kind of seen what he was doing and went, that's what we need. That's exactly what we need. And then they went and took the 2020 election. Got to go through the dark before we walk through into the light. I'm Kai said, oh, thanks so much for caring. Really appreciate it more than you know. Always praying for you, I am Kai. We know you're in a bad way most of the time. And thank you for joining us, even the way you are. God love you. I feel sorry for you, I am Kai. And I hope those medibeds come in, or something similar to it. XXX said, big fan, Jim Jordan also. Menacing Muskrat said, shite is hitting the fan. Wow, it really is. Like, we are... Be prepared for anything at this point. Simone said, hi, I am Kai. Good news, you've been seizure-free a month. Happy for you. Oh, really? Have you not had a seizure in a month? I am Kai. That would be great. Oh, I hope you feel better. Susie said, is Alexander Downer married to Debbie? Debbie Downer. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what his wife's... Does he have a wife? Is he gay? I don't know. Is he gay? Is he straight? I don't know. Alex said, I'm not sure if there are at the moment, but this looks interesting. Was just updated 4 hours ago. Susie Fraser, www.science.org, DOI. Oh, okay. Hey, Carl, hello from Disneyland. Wow. You're doing the rounds. Are you having fun over there? What's America like compared to Australia? Oh, pretty much there. I think most people are the same. Menacing Muskrat said, Fauci Mangala is in the hot seat. Thanks, Rand Paul. Good. Hey, George, how you going? I am Kai said, get out of there, Carl. Get out of Disneyland, Carl. Alex said, hey, Carl, hope you're having lots of fun. Everyone's saying hello to Carl. Hey, Fred, how you going? Carl said, having fun seeing through all the rock spiders. Rock spiders here in Australia is another term, mainly in jail, I believe, for pedos. So if you hear me saying rock spiders, you know what it means. They're pedos. Okay, where was I up to? MJ said they glow in the dark, Carl. Susie said our fires have all been deliberately set, Alex. Most of the world. In 2020, Australia was on fire. Most of them were deliberately lit. Even the 4 years before that. As I said, when the army started the fire. Great. Actually took people's houses, that fire, and I believe it killed someone, 1 or 2 people. Beckham, USA, South Carolina in the house again. And Village Food Season. Hello from Mob Rats Exposed post. Oh, hello. How you going? Thank you, MRE. Did you post my live stream? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And anyone, honestly, if you're not subscribed to Mob Rats Exposed, he does like people who claim they were part of the mob who weren't, or, you know, claim they were. It's like Sean Atwood. Stuff they claim that doesn't seem to be true. He also does history. And what else does he do? History. And he gives people heaps sometimes, but it's fun to watch, you know. Oh. Anyway, Alex said, yeah, I think most have been too. I've seen the videos a couple of years ago recently of choppers flame throwing from the air. Yeah, I've seen them ones too. Nursing Muskrat said, voting machines are Dominion machines, which is owned by Soros. Yep. Where are we? Alex said, I don't think votes make a difference anymore, and probably never did. I think they know who they want in and make it happen, even if they're just child sniffing pedos. I do believe voting. If you're in the USA, you're gonna have to vote hard. You're gonna have to go in and do it, and get this idiot out of the White House who thinks he's in there at the moment. Want the real one back. MJ said one of them leads to another. Village Food Season said mob rate, sir, is great. Yep. Menacing Muskrat said, do you watch Redacted? Ooh, I don't know. Menacing Muskrat said selected, not elected, Alex. Yep. And Alex put my other links in the chat. Thank you, Alex. Alex said exactly, Menacing Muskrat, sorry. I did eat before I came on, and I think the tea makes me burp. It's either that or I'm not sitting up straight and I'm crunching down and then air is escaping. I don't know what's going on. Menacing Muskrat said, George O'Brien, hello, welcome back, how you doing? Alex said, yep, I've seen that flamethrower, Hev, yep. George said, I'm okay, thanks. Menacing, how are you? Alex said, that's what I was just saying. They have been doing it for years. All those poor animals that burn alive for no reason but greed and power. I remember seeing koalas, they're not bears, koalas with their fur burnt off them. And the firefighters giving them a drink of water. Does anyone remember that from quite a few years ago? And the koalas were like holding the bottle and drinking the water. They were just scorched. It was awful. And these deliberately set fires. Exactly, Alex. Menacing Muskrat said, doing well, George. My husband just came in. Spaghetti for supper. Yum. George said they'll burn in hell, Alex. Yep. MJ said it's on there. They are gross, staying boat pic with Obama and George Clooney. Yes. I don't know if anyone's seen that. Let me see if I can find it. Obama and George. I don't know if it'll be searchable. Images. Oh, guess what? Okay. View the file. Can you see that? What does that look like to you? Barely alive? Maybe not. Like, seriously. Obama, Clooney, and there was another picture of Clooney zipping up his pants. It doesn't look to me like she's alive. I can't find the other one where he looks like he's zipping up his pants, but there was one. That's disturbing enough anyway, because the poor child, I don't know, they look like they're not there anymore. So yeah, that's the picture that, who was talking about? MJ, yep. I am Kai said, saw another thing on adrenaline cooking. It's basically cooking animals. Ah, alive. Oh no. Oh, I am Kai. I couldn't even. Oh, it's just made my blood run cold. Alex said, I wish I could unsee here John Podesta and that child. Yes, the shouting. And all the rotten.com and that faces of death, horrid evil monsters. Yes. I wish I could erase all that from my mind too, Alex, honestly. The faces of death videos were horrible. Actually seeing people pass away. And rotten.com was just as bad and also very rude. Pictures as well. And the John Podesta one, screaming at a child. It sounds like John Podesta. Screaming at a child who seems to be, they seem to be being tortured, okay? It's things you can't unhear, unsee. Menacing Muskrat said Impossible Meats took a big dive. Bill Gates crap, 30 to 40%. Good. George said, okay, Menacing, nice. MJ said, I need dinner, I just don't want to cook. I wish I had watermelon. XXX said, I am Kai. Yes, it gets more sickening than that. It's really despicable stuff. It is. Menacing Muskrat said, MJ, sad thing is that when the bastards are through, they'll probably throw her overboard. She didn't look alive there, man. MJ said, oh, Kai, horrible poor D. Is that D? XXX says sickening, not sticking, autocorrect. I know, it always does that. Does it to me too. Used to do it all the time in Twitter and Facebook. It'd autocorrect. I'm going, oh, that's not what I wrote. I am Kai said XXX, barely anything has come out yet. All our heads will spin. I am Kai said, just stuck a pizza in the oven. MJ said, you know, Susie, you are right, dirty fingers. XXX said, I hear you. Alex said, I hope so, George. Alex said, I'm glad I never took it. They weren't going to help anyone as they were exempt of liability from the jab. And half of them either got a saline solution or didn't take it at all. Alex said, I never would have anyway. I never agreed with Big Pharma. Yep. XXX said, hey, good stuff. George said, I'm jab free as well. Good. I feel sorry for the people who did get it. I really, really do. My whole family. Oh, do you want to go out, mate? Just give me a sec, guys. I've got to let the cat out. Got to let the cat out of the bag. Come on. You want to go out? Look, yeah, I'll move my shoes. Come here. Come on. Come on. Do you want to go out? Do you want to go out? No? Come on, mate. You're not going to sit... Look, you're not going to sit on my keyboard. I can't allow that. Come here, my darling. There you go. Okay. Oops. This chair's hard to move. I need one of those plastic mats that you can roll around easy on the chair, you know. Okay. Alex said, another bunch of money-grubbing bastards that don't care about humanity, only bank balance. I'm sick of people who only care about a bank balance over other people. I am Kai said, remember the caravan of white cargo vans leaving the Vatican full of gold, each one filled over weight limits? Nursing Muskrat said, allegedly HP... what is it? Oh, something about Justin Trudeau. I am Kai said, pure blood still. Alex said, all aboard the jab-free banter bus. I do feel sorry for the people who did get it, who were forced. I know my kids would have lost their jobs, and my son ended up leaving anyway after getting 2 of them. George said, yep, Kai. MJ said, shoot Pope's video telling you about the blue sky. Read Daniel, he told everyone. Simone said they can stick their jebby jabs in their backsides. Oh, and Pfizer gave their staff a special batch, probably saline. Yeah, I'm hearing most of the politicians got that too. Or they had those fake ones on TV where the theatrical one where the needle actually just goes straight into when you push down on the skin. It doesn't go into the skin, it goes back into the syringe. Alex said, I don't blame anyone who did take it. Some people were forced to, and that's disgusting, especially with all the brainwashing adverts. Yeah, well, everything that was going on. I am Kai said, religion is a collection of triple, quadruple, and quintuple entendre. Susie said, BTW, by the way, Cleopatra's needle represents a penis. Yeah, that's what all phallic symbols represent. XXX said, oh, you have seen that. Simone said, so much fear-mongering and guilt-tripping. TV watchers knew no different and wouldn't listen to us conspiracy factualists. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. They're spoiler alerts now. Conspiracy theories are spoiler alerts for most of them. Some of them are going to turn out to be wrong, but most of them are spoiler alerts. Alex said, trying to make people feel guilty, I could see what they were doing. It's what they always do when they want to try and control a population. Fear. Yeah, have no fear. Fear could be false evidence appearing real. I am Kai said, imagine if every person to every draw breath, only 144k make it. George said, my brain will not accept brainwashing, lol. Menacing Muskrat said, 34 historical evil buildings to be destroyed in the near future. Vatican, palaces, Washington, D.C., etc. Yep, remember that list? I read it a few streams ago. The list of places they want to take out. Sydney Opera House being one of them. That would be interesting, actually. Standing on the top of the mountain, looking into the city. Because we've got, like, lookouts up here. You can see the city. I'd have to go further down, but you can see the city of Sydney from the mountain. And even when you're driving down the mountain, there's certain areas where you can see the city ahead of you. I should do a video of that one night, driving down the mountain, so you can see the view that I've got. It's beautiful. But yeah, that'd be interesting to watch from there. Someone blows up the Sydney Opera House, oh my god. Susie said the owl is Moloch. Yeah, the one that the Bilderberg is, isn't it the Bilderberg? Yeah, they go into the forest and they burn that effigy of the owl, Moloch. I Am Kai said Mika Danks explains it very well. It's the sum of a bunch of crap. The 144K answer to math about the chakras and activation of those. Alex said, do you read French? I know a bit, but I have to translate that, Menacing Muskrat. Susie said, no, Hev, they really are murdering white farmers, are they? Okay. I Am Kai said, from root chakra to crown chakra, activate them and ascension happens. Alex said, I did hear that Turbo and his wife are divorced to Trudeau. Sorry. Turbo. I turned the D around and thought it was Turbo. And his wife are divorcing. I wonder why. Yeah, I heard that too. There you go. I think most of them are. Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, there's a translation button on the article. Alex said, Turdo Castro. Susie said, right, Muskrat, but the symbol is the owl, correct? I Am Kai said, you discover what they mean by God is within you. MJ said, Alex, did you see a video of Turd Toe talking about North Pole? Alex said, awesome, I got it, Menacing Muskrat. David said, oh no, the poor chicken's going the way of the dodo. George said, how about cutting out the politicians? Yeah, that's enough hot air and CO2 we could get rid of. Sorry guys, just getting a candle and I missed. Yeah, I think we could do that. Get rid of the politicians and then watch climate change disappear. Oh, okay. Where am I up to? Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, he said here that he's coming out of the closet. Trudeau, Macron, Obama. Really? Yeah, that was my first question. Are they gay? They're all getting divorced. Well, I mean, we know that some of them are. I think our Prime Minister is a bit that way. Alex said, no, I have to check that out. Wonder why he wants to go there, MJ. XXX said, Burisma, that whole deal. Exactly. Look, that's how they launder money. They make up these businesses, right? And the money goes through this business and another business and another business and then it goes back into their pockets again. That's how they money launder. Alex said, what did he say about it? MJ said, Macron is obvious, his wife's junk and jaw is as big as the Eiffel Tower. I Am Kai said, religion is how they hide the information from us. Susie said, Alex, build a blind item came out a few days ago. Oh, sorry, a blind item came out a few days ago. Apparently Trudeau had an affair with Princess Eugenie among many. That's the reason for the divorce. Menacing Muskrat said, MJ, the Christmas one when Turdy went to the North Pole. Village Food Season said, oh. George said, if I had a way of going to the North Pole, I would go. MJ said, Alex, it was on Aykroyd's video, I believe. Holy crap, his grandfather was an explorer. Audience did not look happy him discussing this. Wow. Alex said, oh really, blind item spilling the tea, Susie? I Am Kai said, an astrologer and card reader is more accurate than the prophets, most of whom never drew a breath. MJ said, no, he, Trudeau, talking in public, but older one, not present, looking turd. Alex said, is that a YouTube channel? I'll have to look. MJ said, Rumble. I Am Kai said, it's a good way to control the masses, though. Do this and that or burn forever. MJ said, damn menacing, yep. Susie said, I have now heard it from more than one source, Alex. The Trudeaus have been separated more than 3 years, but she wanted to make sure he wouldn't screw her out of her fair share of their assets. Okay. Here's another one. probably laundering that money. Alex said, nice one, Menacing Muskrat. XXX said, I honestly think Joe has no cognitive abilities. Yeah. He can't even put a couple of sentences together. Menacing Muskrat said so much flipping drama in that message. The one I remember most, actually, two I remember most of Biden's slip-ups was about a calf care and shove it under the pressure, whatever that meant. And that's because of Tucker Carlson. I love that when he does a good imitation of it. XXX said, just my opinion, definitely. Alex said, maybe she'll throw him under the bus like Melinda Gates sort of did Susie. Menacing said, Derek Johnson knows his stuff, love this guy. Pat said, my great-grandson just had 4 vaccinations in one day. That was last week. This week he's sick again. What's going to happen to these little ones? Oh, pray for Pat's little grandson. That's sad. Oh, mate. I am Kai, said Potato Joe. Yep. Susie said, Kai, if astrologers are so bad, why would God choose 3 astrologers to be present at the birth of his only son? Alex said, I'm so sorry to hear that, Pat. Yeah. Alex said, I pray he's okay, Pat. George said, wow, Pat. Nursing said, Pat, did you find the video where Trump had head surgery? Yeah, I've never heard. I know Obama has a scar on his head. He had a head wound. And I remember that when Obama was in, people were thinking he was the Antichrist. So, yeah, I'd love to see if you've got something, yeah, or can point us into the right direction where Trump's had head surgery. Otherwise, I tend to believe that could be fake news. Alex said, I heard babies' vaccines today are something like 50 shots. What the f are they doing to these children? People wonder why there's an inflation of so many ailments. Yes, it sets you up to be a customer for life to the same company that gave it to you in the first place. I am Kai said, Susie, astrology beats prophecy. MJ said, Pat. I am Kai said, astrologers are just fine. It's preachers that suck. I don't know if I agree with... well, I just read the Bible. I don't know. Pat said, me too, Alex. There's only one. Hi, George. Oh, wow. MJ said, agree, Kai. Alex said, bless him. No child should ever have to go through it, Pat. Whoa, it just jumped in a big way. Oh, how far back was I? Okay, how far back was I? Oh, goodness. I was way back. Okay, I can't get back too far. I am Kai said I'm not special enough to make the cut from the humans to ever live. Oh, I am Kai. You're worth it. Everyone's worth it. Menacing Muskrat said Pence is evil. He and his wife Karen. Oh, is she a Karen, is she? Triple X said, I remember when I was 1.19 many years ago. Alex said that was the bloke, Mike Pence, that passed that note in the election. MJ said he with the maggots compost. Alex said, I forgot about that. He was standing in a line, someone passed him a note. Alex said, not sure if it was him though. If it was Trump's second in command when he was president. Susie said, I remember Christmas of 2000, gas was 39 cents a litre. MJ said 7 kids. And David Cameron, how you going? Here's the heaven sent lady, Alex, MJ, Kai, good to see you again. You too. XXX said, I can only handle 1 kid. I'm good. Alex said, what is it with them? All passing notes at Bush's funeral too. They all got notes. Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, that was Bush Jr. that passed the note to Big Mike. And David's saying, hey, XXX, how you going? And everyone's saying hello to each other there. David said, my poor mum is totally lost these days. Oh, yeah. I can imagine a lot of elderly don't know what's going on. My mum is luckily got, oh, well, not luckily, she's got dementia or Alzheimer's, so she doesn't know much at all. So, yeah, I know. It's hard to watch, you know, the older generations, if they're not awake. It's hard. Okay, Alex said that was the funeral, but I'm sure Mike Pence was passed a note when Broken Biden got in, menacing Muskrat. And David said, NP XXX, hope you're good and well there, mate. Susie said, I dropped my phone yesterday and the screen chipped. The typing ain't going so good. Apologies, that's all right. And David said, hello there, George. How you doing, mate? I am Kai says, stupidest thing I've heard, ladies. Daughter says, I'm a cat. Mum takes her to the vet. Vet says, I can't treat humans and got sued for it. Oh, my God. Menacing Muskrat say, hey, can somebody help me get rid of lots of fruit flies, please? Oh, I don't know how. Have you got those sticky strips that you hang? I don't know, hang near your plant? Get rid of the fruit flies? I don't know. XXX says, yes, thanks. Just chilling, took day off to kick him back now. And David said, no way, I am Kai. He's laughing. George said, I'm okay, thanks, David. How are you, mate? MJ said, if I cut off a child's limb, it's abuse. Drugging a child for life, drug dependent, dollars, sickos, look at yourself, heal your brain or get lobotomized because it's the adults. Yeah. Susie said, why are so many famous people dying this summer? A lot of them will go. A lot of people are going to go. Alex said, pour apple cider vinegar in a small bowl, mix it with a few drops of dish soap. Apple cider vinegar works better than white vinegar for fruit flies because it smells like fermenting fruit. There you go, Alex. Genius. David said, great to hear, George. And XXX, nice to lay back at the end of the day. It's 004. Oh, so it's 12:46 a.m. over there. That's late. Menacing Muskrat, so I'm using just apple cider vinegar, Alex. Susie said, do you add any water to make it more soapy, Alex? And David said, been tropical in Liverpool today? Wow. It was cold here today, this morning. I woke up, it was 0.8 degrees. Chilly. Can't wait till the warmer weather comes in. MJ said, backpedal to hell. Alex said, I was going to say citronella candle, but I don't think you can use them indoors, Menacing Muskrat. David said, it's madness. Yes, MJ. George said, yeah, it was a nice day for a change in the UK. MJ said, we need to see what liars they all were, all of them. Yes, that's what's being shown right now. It's all about exposure, exposing every single one of them and showing the people who's who in the zoo, pretty much. Susie said, that guy that says no one was forced to get the jab looks like a clone. David said, that's the understatement of the century, controversial. XXX said, oh yeah, government workers over here, USA, they said take the vaccine or you're fired. That was with Joe. Yeah, exactly. That's what people got over here too. Yeah, they didn't have much of a choice. If they wanted to work, that is. And most people have to. They're buying homes and things, you know, so bills to pay. Alex said I would maybe add a little water just to make it go further, but I suppose it's how concentrated you want it. I have guard spiders. XXX said, and had to take booster also. That's no airfly, I swear on my life. Oh, really? Pat Ryan said, when you have no choice, it's forced. Exactly. If you have to work, and then they say we're mandating it, you have to have it to come to work, that's forcing someone. Pat said, when you have no choice, it's forced. Yep. MJ said, Pat, 100%. George said, people were forced to take the vaccine. David said, it all happened so fast, and our friend Fear came back from its World War II and 9/11 cellar to haunt us. Yeah, exactly. Alex said, I'll let the spiders chill. I probably wouldn't if they were Aussie dinner plates giants. Hey, Wheezy, how you going? XXX said, my whole family worked for government. I'm the black sheep of the family. True. Yeah, I'm the black sheep of my family. And I mean, like, even cousins, you know, I'm still the black sheep of the whole lot of them, I think. MJ said, lots of toes gonna dangle. Wheezy said, love Brett Weinstein. Alex said, hey, Wheezy. I Am Kai said, just dumped pizza all over myself, gonna hit the shower. And I did share on my page the other day, Wheezy did a really good stream with, it was about the moon landing. Did we land on the moon? What's, you know, questions and photos and all sorts of things. It was very interesting. I Am Kai said, just dumped pizza all over myself, gonna hit the shower. I just read that. David said, that's a terrible situation to be in, XXX, yeah. Everyone's saying hello to Wheezy, and Wheezy's saying hello. MJ said, oh, Kai, that sucks. XXX said, what I've learnt, that's your true organised crime. Menacing Muskrat said, what is Truth Podcast? Hello and welcome back. Alex said, I keep missing your live. Some great stuff, Wheezy. Yep, he's been doing some really good stuff. So if you want to, Alex, do you want to put Wheezy's link to Rockfin in the chat? Oh, she did. You're ahead of me. Good on you, Alex. David said, I confess to having 2/3 vax, but I was fretting about my mum and she's 82. Oh, no. My mum had it and she's 87. And now she's got dementia. And it happened really quickly. She was fine. Like, she at least was aware before the thing, you know. She had awareness. And then when she had it, that was... But my dad had a few too, and he seems okay at the moment. My daughter, her husband, my son, they all got it. I didn't. I didn't do anything. I didn't mask up. I didn't... If someone said I wasn't allowed in the shop, I'd just go, oh, thanks, bye. Turn around, walk out. Go somewhere else. And most of them said, and I went, yeah, I've got a exemption, and I'd pat my pocket or my bag or something. Most of them didn't want to see it. Only 2 places did. One of our major supermarkets, Coles, did, asked for it. One of the young guys at the front of the store guarding it, you know, asked to see the exemption, which I showed him. And Mitre 10 asked to see it as well. So there you go. Everyone else, I just walked in and pat my pocket or my bag and said I got an exemption. They just go, okay. Okay. David said, I confessed to having 2/3 vax, but I was fretting about my mum. She's 82. Yeah, I read that one. I feel sorry for you, David, honestly. Anyone who was forced into it, really. XXX said, David, yes, I spent some time in the can for a while. David said, can't disagree with you either, mate. XXX, yep. And Menacing Muskrat's put my Twitter. Thank you, Menacing Muskrat. David said, oh, well, I did like you, XXX. MJ said, David, please look into cleansers. Oh, you can cleanse your system from it. You can. And Weezy's put a heart in there, and Menacing Muskrat's put, oh, both my Twitters in there. Excellent, thank you, Menacing Muskrat. Did anyone get Mob Rats Exposed link and put it in the chat? He does some good work too. A different line, you know, of looking at things, but honestly, I think it's all going to come together in the end. David said, USA has 1 million plus jailed. What makes you so special? XXX, yep. XXX says, as I get up in age 52 now, I've got other outlook on life, 100%. David said, MJ cleansers. Is that a site? No, there are cleansers of cleaning your system from what you've just done. Are there any links to anything I could know? There's a man on Twitter I know that does it, but I don't know, unless you follow both my pages on Twitter, and I could probably try and find him. I'm pretty sure his name's Larry Cook. Hang on, let me have a look. Let me search. Okay. This guy here. I'm pretty sure this is him. Yep. He's got an email list. I'm sure he had... I'm sure this guy had a way to... He had links to get the stuff out of you. I don't know, you'd have to go through his whole Twitter feed, I think. But this guy's got some good information if you want to know about the jabs. Risk reduction, avoid giving your child any. Hang on. He's got over 25 books on the topic of it. Of all the books he owns, he believes the book by Dr. Moskowitz is the best book for parents to read. Understand why your natural immunity is better. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for that later, and I'll probably share that on Twitter. Yeah, I'll try and find it. But there are remedies to try and get rid of it. MJ said, Sissy getting some sibling, not whatever. MJ said, remedies, David. Susie said, Alex, I've seen these little bugs in my dish cupboard recently that look like a centipede, but the tail goes up like a scorpion. Tiny, but they scurry fast, so I'll try this cocktail of yours. XXX said, absolutely nothing. I'm a no one, that's fact. I'm a no one too, don't worry. Sitting in my room, whinging online about what the state of affairs. David said, oh, okay, I surely will do. Cheers, MJ. David said, I'm 53, I hear you, mate. XXX. And XXX said, I only tried to teach the kid right thing. That's all I got, and I'm lucky. David said, MJ, last Christmas we both got it. Was absolutely dreadful. XXX said, I never thought I'd live past 40. Really so appreciate things now. Yeah, I was like that. When I was younger, I didn't think I'd live past 30. Menacing Muskrat said, be right back at supper time, yum. David said, good on you, sir. I suggest you have a little more than that to offer. Don't forget, I've known you for a while on here now. And enjoy, Menacing Muskrat. Enjoy your supper. Alex said, that sounds like an earwig, Susie. Try olive oil and soy sauce. Cook up a trap with these two ingredients by mixing oil and soy in a container and leaving it in the last spot you saw earwigs. Alex is full of get rid of bug ways. Alex said, always try and get everything out in glass though. David said, if things don't work out for Biden, he could always be a celebrity judge on toddlers and tiaras. He'd be sniffing them all. He'd be sniffing all the kids. Oh, and XXX said, yes, I keep head down, keep going forward. That's the way. MJ said, if it has legs or wings, hairspray like a charm. Oh, yeah, I tried that with a massive, massive spider one day. It didn't work. He was strong. This spider was bloody big. And I mean, he was big, and his body was, oh, not as big as my fist, but his body was probably like that size with the legs, you know, like... It was huge, and I tried hairspray and I felt really bad. I probably choked him more than I did anything else to him. The poor thing. But he was a big, scary looking spider. Susie said, wow, okay, we'll do, Alex. David said, such remedies are in danger of being lost, I fear, Alex. And Wheezy said, J6 was a hoax with everyone in on it, just my opinion. David said, David James, hey there. Well, David Cameron said, David James, hey. Because I've just been reading your first name, so sometimes I've been reading David Cameron's comments, and then sometimes I've been reading David James' comments. Okay. David Cameron said, David James, hey there. And David James said, hey, David. MJ said, David, oh no. Susie said, it's Bald Clone Day. David said, sounds like it took you a while to reach here, XXX. But here you are, and keep it coming, please. Oh, God love yous. Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, I added some dish detergent to the apple cider. Do I stir it now? Do you have to stir it? Alex said, no, MJ, I never kill anything as I don't want that karma. Lol, imagine when the bugs come back bigger. I want that thing to be my taxi. MJ said, please, no. XXX said, I don't have cable TV anymore, but I was a big fan of Tucker, Judge Jeannie Pirro. Yeah. Janine Pirro, sorry, not Jeannie. Janine Pirro. Yeah, I've been listening to her for years too. As well as Ron Paul and Rand Paul. Jesse Ventura, Alex Jones. Who else? Oh my God, heaps of people. Heaps of people. I've been waking up since 2008. And the first thing I ever seen was a 9/11 video, and I went, oh wow. And then I started looking into everything. And I was sick myself, so I was looking into food. Then went to GMOs and realised what was going on there, and fluoride in the water, and all the things that we shouldn't be doing. And then I went, geez, we're in a bit of a mess there, aren't we? We're in a bit of a pickle. The world's in a bit of a pickle. And so I started telling everyone on Facebook, and everyone, back in 2008, 2010, 2012, everyone thought I was a Fruit Loop. Yeah, but it all came true though, didn't it? Wheezy said Confederate flag. David S. Cameron said, I'm constantly amazed at how many remedies are in my mum's head. Selena said, XXX, did you know you can download a Channels app for free in most cases? David Cameron said, did those fires get sorted, David James? MJ said, write them down. Alex said, maybe just stir it a little bit so it's all even, Menacing Muskrat. There you go. XXX said, yeah, I be here, there too. Too big, you. Peace sign. David James said, still burning, David. Selena said, XXX, you'll need a Fire Stick or Roku-like device. Wheezy said, meals ready to eat. Alex said, yep. David Cameron said, I'm along with her recipes. XXX said, MRE good peeps, geez, must be close to 3 years following him now. Oh, thank you, Alex, you put the link in there. Thank you. So we got Wheezy's and MRE's link in there. Both good guys. David S. Cameron said, you know that XXX still the very same guy. Oh, God love you. You put it in there. Thank you, Alex. XXX said, Selena, that's what my friends say. I'm stuck in Stone Ages, but I do have to look into that. David Cameron said, really? That's insane. I'm going to have to search after this, David James. And Alex put all my other links in there. Thank you. Susie said, Charles Darwin was always going on about the fittest in species surviving, was married to his first cousin, so their kids probably had arms coming out of their heads. Oh, my goodness. XXX said yes. Wheezy said, I don't, lol. Susie said, what is Sean Atwood lying about? Oh, a lot. What is he not lying about? Hey, Susie, go watch True Geordie's interview with Sean Atwood and go to about 1 hour... 1 hour, how many minutes? 1 hour, 40 minutes, and listen to it. It's disgusting. But I think he lies a lot about being in jail and who, and like T-Bone, and... Oh, yeah. Is Wild Man even dead? I don't know. Is he? I don't know. There's just so many questions about him. And it all started with that prank years ago. Don't mind me, I've got one of these things so I don't stain my fingers with rollies. It's not working. It's not lit, that's why. It's so long. I feel like I should have gloves and a little black dress on. Watch this. Is that as far as it goes? I thought it used to go further. No, that's it. Remember them? Yeah, it's still long enough. Oh, God. Okay, David Cameron said, hi, Susie, I've lived in Cambridge, UK for years. MJ said, oh, Susie. Luna said, morning all, update on the home. Done coffee liqueur, I've just checked on it and she's ready to bottle up. And it is at 23% alcohol volume. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Well done, Luna. Wow. Get a little brewery started. Is this actually working? Is there a hole in my cigarette or a blockage in this bloody thing? That would look pretty funny actually, me sitting there doing that. Look, just for now I won't do that. I've rolled it too tight or something. Something's gone wrong. If you roll it too tight, you'll get nothing out of it. Okay, back to the chat now. Okay, Alex said always loads of love for I am Kai and Tony. Yep. Alex said, hey Luna, that sounds nice. David Cameron said, good to hear, God bless you, I am Kai. We've talked about it previously. And our NHS is still failing us. Susie said, David Cameron, pretty sure Darwin? XXX said, yeah, people don't like what Trump says, but who cares? Trump is a fighter, that's the results that he's done. That's the liberal morons that believe the fake news. Yeah, well, a lot of people do still believe in the fake. They know it's fake, but they still... Yeah, I sometimes read it, but try and point out the BS bits in the news. Everyone's saying hello, Luna, and Susie said, damn this phone. XXX said, my niece worked on Trump's campaign. He's a great guy, great family, 100%. SC said, hiya, I'm Cy from Wales, UK. Quiet night in the hills right now. Valley filled with the smell of blossom. We'll go mushroom collecting this month after rain. Ooh, nice one. Good to see you, SC. Susie said, David Cameron, pretty sure Darwin was a Fabian Society member. David Cameron said, Susie, yes, Charles Darwin, 210th anniversary. Wrote Origin of Species in Cambridge. Luna said, Alex, I'm going to try it this afternoon. Everyone's saying, hi, Cy. Selena said, David Cameron, look up the original title to that book. David Cameron, was the Fabian going back then, Susie? This is just not working. Okay, that worked. Simone said, hi SC, lovely Wales, a really beautiful country on Wiltshire, good to see ya. XXX said, Mark Chopper Reed from Aussie, oh my god, he was a madman, funny guy on video. He was. He used to go after like drug dealers and things like that, and he used to kill them. He held a gun up to one of the reporters who was interviewing him and said, do you trust me? Shit. Oh, he was insane. But yeah, a lot of people liked him because he went after the bad drug dealers and people who were really, really bad. I think he could have been a hitman for someone in the government. I don't know. David said, hey, Selena, cheers. It's on my bookcase here. Excuse my typos. Susie said, yes, I think it might have been, had another name going back. H.G. Wells definitely was in the club. MJ said, all you all need to remember CIC. CIC is all that you need to know. David Cameron said, Selena, are you referring to the full title? I am Kai said, okay, I'm back. That channel is Mika Dank Truth Bombs. He will break down the whole religion thing for you. Alex said, you'll have to let us know on the next live how it tastes. I bet you it's yummy, Luna. I am Kai said, Hev, I'm fine, hun, no worries. Oh, good. I just missed a big portion of the chat, and I don't like it when that happens, because sometimes I miss, you know, comments of people saying what happened to them, and then, yeah, I don't know what's going on type of thing, so. MJ said, boat pick. I am Kai, said Luna. MJ said, whole damn world needs to see it. They do. David Cameron said, wow, I must have a look. Susie, I visited Grantchester, home of the Bloomsbury set. Alex said, if it's real, why is she there? I Am Kai said she was alive. I saw the video clip. Did you? MJ said exactly. Well, she doesn't look real well. Like, beaten. I don't know. It's pretty far away, but I don't know. She looks not well. Alex said, a grim world that I'm glad I'm not a part of. Susie says, yes, I remember the poor koalas. The people who set those fires are going somewhere hotter. Hell, they're going to. I Am Kai said, Alex, she was there for services of the oral nature. Alex said, I remember it too, and I watched baby Joey's running for rescue. There was a woman who had a farm that burnt down, Susie, yep. David Cameron said the Podesta brothers smacked my head. Yeah, they're disgusting, those two. Their artwork. Just, you can do a Google search for Podesta artwork. It's disgusting. Actually, let me see what I can do here. Put that down for a sec and search Podesta artwork. And, okay, show you guys. Okay, you got bunny rabbits. Two men dressed up as bunny rabbits with, I don't know, are they children? No, there's no children, they're stuffed animals. Oh my god. That's like an orangutan with its ribs exposed or something, I don't know. More of these weird rabbit people. Follow the white rabbit. Things like this. Things like this. That was one of the serial killer's victims was found like that. This, what the hell is that? This is their favourite artwork, mind you. Disgusting, I don't know. I don't even know what it means. It's with a sharp knife. That's a Marina Abramovich's spirit cooking thing. With a sharp knife cut deeply into the middle finger of your left hand, eat the pain. Why are his fingers so scarred? Left hand band-aid, middle finger. Then what on earth is this? What is that? I can't even tell what it is. Then they've got two men, little statues on a bunny rabbit. What else? Oh, and weird. Yeah, disgusting. What's this one? What is that? I don't know. I can't really see it very clearly. It's also this type of thing. Kids with red shoes, and they're not real kids, they're drawings. Kids with their hands tied behind their backs. There's ones with red shoes. Artwork like two people eating a person. Disgusting. Oh, there's their statue. One of Jeffrey Dahmer's, that's it, Jeffrey Dahmer, one of his victims. Took me a while to think of it. More Podesta artwork in his living room. Look like two people who look dead. But they're just drawing their artwork, they're not actual people. In case you don't know who Marina Abramovic is, that's her there. It's disgusting. Anyway, we'll go back to the chat once I find my lighter, because the cigarette keeps going out. I'll burn my face off in a minute. That's what I get for smoking. Okay, Luna said definitely let you guys know how to do it, how it goes. I'd try it now, but my rule is no drinking before noon. I Am Kai said it was Podesta indeed. Darren, how you going? Hey guys, I've been watching Hev on the telly. Ooh, sit back a bit. Susie said there've been rumours about George Clooney for years. A male is a man. A male. Alex said it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Luna. MJ said, good idea, Luna, because 23% you would be floating. I Am Kai said it's 420 somewhere too. Yep. MJ said, dang, Darren, did you see? Darren said, did you see what? David Cameron said H.G. Wells was alive roughly a century ago. Darwin was 200 years ago, but I'm curious about it now, MJ. MJ said, you light up a room. You light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. I Am Kai said each dose was numbered from 1 being the first shot made. The further away from 1, the more deadly. Darren said, I just lit up something in my room. Hopefully not the room itself. MJ said, H.G. Wells, man, time traveler or a secret society? Hey, Muggsy, how you going? I Am Kai said, bowling. Bowling. Luna said, true, Alex, true, but with how strong it's turned out, I'm worried it will hit so hard I'll wait till I don't need to pick up the kids and I have to get them early on a Friday. Oh. David Cameron said, scribe, MJ. Alex said, I saw a video of a supposed dead fish being cooked alive the other week. It was writhing in the pan in the oven. People didn't know what to do. They thought it was dead. Oh, no. Darren said, or a secret time-travelling society? David said, hi, Daz. Alex said, I don't know what I was watching at first, then I realised they were alive. Yeah, I don't think I could cook a fish alive either. I mean, I know it's a fish, but I still couldn't do it alive. I'd have to, like, chop its head off or something first, surely. YouTube, I'm talking about fish here, not people. Just in case they think of censoring anything. I'm not picking on people. I'm not even picking on a fish. I'm standing up for them. Okay, Darren said, not for long, Alex. MJ said, Luna be something to look forward to. Mum's treat. XXX says, Muggs, good to see ya. Alex said, hope not, Darren. It's been a long, old road. David Cameron said, half on 1 Merseyside. Thank you so much, Hev. And catch up soon. Again, I hope. Yep, you too, David Cameron. MJ said, Darren, yep. Tower King, 1970. To put food on the table, we were forced to get jabbed, otherwise we were deemed medically redundant. Yeah. And David Cameron said, good night and God bless you. You too, David. Alex said, Bohemian Grove. Alex, what's his name, filmed it? Alex Jones. Alex said, I've literally just forgotten his name. Luna said to MJ exactly why I made it. I Am Kai said, sweet dreams, David S. MJ said, David, you come back and have a great night. You come back now, you hear? Alex said, take well and sleep well, David Cameron. I Am Kai was it Alex Jones? Yes, it was. Oh, look, let's just keep... I'm going to set my face on fire in a minute. Not today, Satan. Okay, Susie said, David, you are right. The Fabians started during the Victorian era. I've now lost all respect for Emmeline Pankhurst. Darwin has royal connections and was a Mason, I'm sure. XXX said, David, see you soon. Pat said, saw a heliocentric video with the Statue of Liberty, pyramids and Vatican blowing up. Wow. Everyone's saying, good night, David. I Am Kai said almost all historical figures were Masons and more. Alex said they can shove their jab where the sun don't shine. Tower King, I'd rather starve than bow to their demand. Yeah, but some people did have to work to keep things going. Or lose everything. Darren said Jesus wasn't a Mason, he was a carpenter. Pat said, sorry, heliofont, not heliocentric. Okay. Nancy said, chicken and food processing plants destroyed to help remove toxic substances from food chain. Yeah, I heard that too. Darren said, I do feel for the people that really had no choice. I really do. Because part of my family did. And I know they were pressured. They felt they had no choice. And I kept trying to say, you do have a choice, but they just, you know, they believed in what they were seeing. They don't necessarily now, but they did at the time. Alex said, that's the one. I don't know why I couldn't think of his last name. Alex Jones. Not heard anything from him since they tried to take away his cat. Okay, the chat jumped again. I'm going to try and go back as far as I can. Okay, I think I'm near it. Yep, I am. Alex said, better calf care. XXX said, yes, Alex Jonesville, Bohemian Grove. I saw that video with Moloch, yep. I am Kai said, felt for those who had no choice and those that had no idea, yep. I am Kai, curses autocorrect. I know what you mean. Yeah, Alex said, better calf care and shove it under the pressure. Shove it under the pressure. MJ said, spell check is evil. I am Kai said, our Kerr gets curses autocorrect to pop up all the way. Alex said, I think that's when Alex Jones started coming into the limelight, but I'm sure I heard his family are CIA or something. I heard his father was, and that's why I was a bit unsure of Alex Jones for a while. Selena said, one hand withered, one hand darkened, grievous head wound, will be Jewish and of Assyrian descent. Susie said, what is Kofifi? There were a lot of different interpretations of what Kofifi was. I am Kai said, I think that was his dad, ex-CIA. Selena said, Alex Mossad. MJ said, Alex Rosicrucians. MJ said, Bill Cooper spilt the beans on him. Alex said, I knew there was something. XXX said, I used to listen to Alex Jones a lot, then they banned him from YouTube, put the screws to him, and that's how you know Alex spot on to me, at least. I am Kai said, no, Hev, only 144,000 are good enough. Alex said, so glad we are all here to share and remember what they have all done. I am Kai said, in all of time, only 144,000. Alex said, just has spider crawl over me. Menacing Muskrat said, I'm back. I am Kai said, those notes read, they know everything. I'm sorry. Yeah, apparently that's what those notes were about that were handed out during the Bush funeral. MJ said, Kai could have been a pick too. Kai said, Muskrat. Darren said, 144,000 people strategically placed through time would be a powerful force. MJ said, Laura's face, Jeb's was a pick. Alex said, no idea where it went. Luckily, I have 6 guard cats to keep on top of the guard spiders. Stu, how you going? Sorry to hear about your mum. My grandfather fought 10 years with that horrible disease. Yeah. It's just shocking to see someone go from so aware to not aware at all, not remembering anything. You answer the same question 10 times and you just got to just say, yeah, I know, Mum, I know. It's okay. Sherry Tucker said, Trump is well protected. Most of you who you see are masked stand-ins. Rarely do you see the real Trump. He had 4 lookalikes. 2 have been taken out last I heard. Been over a year since I last heard. Darren said, they guarded so well the spider crawled over you. I am Kai said, no, 144,000 is the entirety of those going to heaven from the beginning till the end. Only that numbers, no others. I am Kai said, it's ridiculous on its face, just saying. I thought the 144,000 were to rule over the rest. I don't know. Alex said, Darren, it's gone and Worf is now laying in front, so it can't get back. I don't mind as long as it doesn't bite me. Alex said, I don't need any limbs falling off. No, that would be bad. Darren said, it's the 144,000 that will fight. Everyone else will be called for the time of judgment. MJ said, Klingon word. Alex is so awesome. Click on. XXX said, I believe we pass on. Our soul goes on and like a school to learn. Iron Kai said, baseball bats and bullets aren't bad, but bugs freak me out. MJ said, Wharf, spell check again. Alex said, that spider might be my taxi one day. XXX says, we come and go again. I am Kai, responding to XXX, said, me too, we're eternal beings of energy. MJ said, black sheep too, yep. Darren said, I may have disease X, Alex. It's never been encountered, but they are working on a vaccine. Such lovely people. Yeah, I was mentioning that the other day. They have a vaccine for a disease X that doesn't exist yet. Do you believe them? What on earth was that? Alex said, Worf was named after Star Trek. I have another called Yoda. I didn't name them, but awesome names. I am Kai said, and I've beat the crap out of my ride. Menacing Muskrat said, that little girl was with Clooney and Obama. Was she the same little girl that was sitting on Obama's knee in the White House? I don't know. I am Kai said, Muskrat, yes. Pat said, he is to black sheep everywhere. I am Kai said, he owns her. Carl said, are we live again? We're still live from before, so it's working now. Darren said, Pickard could have blown up the Death Star with a single photon torpedo. Alex said, hey Stu, hope you and Kitty Cat is doing well. Alex said, Wheezy is a legend, Hev. MJ said, my kitties were Peaches and Wimpy like Hefty Commercial. Tiger Lily's half Siamese and Tabby. Can't have any for a while. Oldest boy allergic. Oh, really? Carl said, oh, we're still live. Asleep. Alex said, praying for your mum and everyone who took it and now suffering the consequences, Hev. Yeah, I know. I'm praying for everyone who got it. But please, God, just let them have had a saline solution. I am Kai said, Carl, yes we are. XXX said, I'm Kia. That's when my life changed to visitation dream or... Oh, I am Kai, sorry. That's when my life changed to visitation dream or higher learning meditation dreams. Darren said, MJ, your boy could live in a tent outside, then you can have many cats. Alex said, keep up, Carl. Too much fun at Disneyland. Stu said, yes, Alex, she's been scrapping, but now she's got me and Max on her side. We feel like her cavalry. Alex, I'm so happy for you, Stu. Stu said, thank you, Alex. MJ said, well, I wish my youngest of loves cats so much, takes care of family, friends, kitties when they vacate. I think I've got a new cat that's adopted me. He comes now every night and morning. And just sits there and he goes, hello, hello. It sounds like he's saying hello. Oh. I am Kai said, XXX, I have pre-birth memory in plain English too, red and bright like closed eyes in the sun and muffled voices. I thought, I wonder what they're saying out there. Susie said, they're trying to get a second strain, long sickness going. I heard it on the news last night. I am Kai said, they're wanting 6 foot distancing between us. It'll separate our toroidal fields and isolate the soul. Darren said, yes, Susie, they're discussing how to roll the next virus out but haven't decided what it'll be yet. Alex said, I heard Dandelion was good at extracting loads of things, but I'd have to look into it more. I am Kai said, true isolation. MJ said, I remember being 2, Kai, but not a ton. MJ said, yep, Dandelion and Borax. Simone said, monkeypox was a flop for them. Yeah, it didn't last long. It was mainly amongst gay people. And some kids and dogs. Disturbing. Because apparently it's only... you're only able to catch it through sexual relations. I am Kai said, I remember being carried and crawling around, diaper changes a lot. Susie said, do you think they'll be successful, Darren? MJ said, sour sock tea and molasses. XXX said, my daughter came to me in a dream beforehand as an angel. I was watching myself have this dream, but it wasn't a dream, Kai, it's crazy. Alex said, I'd like to try and find a natural way of pest control. There are too many chemicals in this world as it is. MJ said, I opened drawers, made steps, opened bread and made toast. I drew Charlie Brown. So, well, at 2, my mum was freaked out. I had chill aunts, so that helped. Alex said, have you seen that funny video of the bloke trying to catch a huntsman in a container and it jumps and he screams? They can be hard to catch in a container. Iron Kai said, that'd be awesome. I'm waiting for the next dream. because the part of my brain that has dreams is damaged, and I don't usually dream, but sometimes I do, and it's freaky. Susie said, Alex is my go-to now for all my pest control needs. Yeah. XXX said, and I told my wife as we tried for 2 years shortly after that visitation she was pregnant. Oh, lovely. I am Kai said, I'm often confused after a dream because I have to separate it from the real memories. Alex has put the link in there. Big spider attacks daddy. Susie said, Kai, I asked you this before, but you did not answer. Are you a 20 and black soldier? I am Kai smiled and winked. Susie said, have you gotten in touch with James Rink? Who's James Rink? XXX said, I go into meditation as I go into sleep in spiral vortex. My body vibrates. I left out of it as I'm listening to brainwave music. Alex said, maybe you can show it, Hev. It's only a minute long. Okay, hang on. Okay. Give me a sec. Am I going to be in the way? How about I do that? I don't want to play the sound because... Oh, that looks like a baby. I know people who walk up and just grab them. I don't even use containers. Okay, that's small. I'm telling you now, that's a small one. It is. It looks big, but it's small. It's going to jump at him. Go from the back of it, mate, not the front. He knows you're coming. You know they have eyes. Oh dear. He's running with that thing on his foot. The container attached to his foot's like stepping in a bucket. Oh dear. That's quite funny. Okay. Get back to here. Yeah, that was pretty good. It was decent size, but you know, oh, hang on. Gotta stop that. Close that one off. There you go. Okay. MJ said, I love dragonflies, butterflies, but I do not worry about karma RE bugs between the mosquito bites. I've had karma to the mosquitoes, lol, torturous mosquito bites. I know. I am Kai said, I keep my head down. Menacing Muskrat said, finish the dishes and kitchen cleanup. Now off to do the chores. Menacing Muskrat said, be in and out. Don't worry, I do that when people are streaming and I'm listening. I'm normally like cooking or cleaning or doing something, you know. Just trying to multitask, you know. I am Kai said, head down, mouth shut, hands to self and wait forever. My stomach's going to start growling. I ate before I came on. I get hungry every couple of hours. Oh, it's been 3 hours. 3.5 nearly. Susie said, Kai, you guys are owed a lot of money. You deserve to get your story out. Alex said, I'd rather be stuck in the Stone Ages than stuck here. I am Kai said, got married, caught a bullet in the eye for it and got right back up. Oh, wow. Deb's laughing. Alex said, I wouldn't give Shatwood the views. No, I don't watch Shatwood, but when people report on it, I'll watch them. He's apparently got his co-host up the duff. She's about to have a baby or had one, or I don't know, God knows. Is it his? Who knows? I don't even know anymore. I don't believe anything he says, I'll tell you that much. MJ said, Kai, no judgment, you don't have to answer, I hear the stories. Susie said, Kai, is Mars really like downtown Phoenix? I am Kai said, we are expended, not expendable. Darren said, ugh, bam, Alex. Deb said, yes, you need gloves too, Hev. I am Kai said, almost all the conspiracy theories are actually true. Yep. Alex said, I was literally going to say, do you have Lady Penelope, Audrey Hepburn cigarette stick? Hev? Yep, I do. XXX said, it's easy to lose it too. She also got to try to stay in right frame of mind to have peace in your heart and head. Alex said, you cracked me up. Menacing Muskrat said, Luna, do you have that recipe? And Deb said, hello all from Adelaide, not moist at 10:27 a.m. Good to see you, Deb. XXX said it's tough to do because it's very easy not to be nice. Susie said, for a start, did Sean Atwood really go to prison? Because he laughs like a 12-year-old girl. They would eat him for breakfast in there. Exactly. That's one of the questions, Susie. Are his books like really his story? Or someone else's stories? Who is T-Bone? He was raising money for someone called T-Bone. We never got the answers to who that was. No one even knows if the person exists. And he apparently got $18,000 or something from that GoFundMe. He was always trying to raise money through GoFundMe. Like for Kelly Diamond he was trying, when she was prostituting herself on a website for $1,200 a night or something. Oh, look, there's just so many... Atwood's just so, I don't know, very questionable man. And I even wonder, is he an agent of something? I don't know. But I agree with you, Susie. Darren said a conspiracy theory is simply the details of a conspiracy. Exactly. Look, what a conspiracy theory is we look at all the paperwork that we do have, right? And then we come to theories as to why this paperwork is even here. And the information is there. Then we theorise what's going on. So, yeah, I agree, Darren. Deb said I have to go back to the beginning after. Alex said Lady Penelope and Parker. Deb said, be careful, people have died from mushrooms. I am Kai said, I'm always angry, on edge and depressed. It's almost all over feel. Oh, really, I am Kai? Oh, God love you. Susie said, Kai, are you from a bloodline family? MJ said, hey, Deb, well, Shannon missed his report. He'll have to catch up later. How you going, Shannon, if you catch up later? Darren said, you don't get wholesome heroes like Thunderbirds anymore. Everyone's saying, hello, Deb. I am Kai said, so now seizures from brain damage. Oh, you poor thing. Menacing Muskrat's asking if you're all right, Kai. I am Kai said, but I've got pills for that. I am Kai said, Muskrat just blathering. Alex said, Thunderbirds are go. Deb said, you're so amazing, Kai. Darren said, you shouldn't take pills that give you brain damage. No, he's got... It's the other way round. Susie said, what you've been through is... And it stops. Darren said SIG. I am Kai said, I love Team America World Police, hilarious. Stu said, many who know Chopper say he's a give-up rat who tells fairy tales about other crimes. Leisha, how you going? I'm Kai. I have Wadka water vodka for mine and peace at the food pantry. I volunteer at. And Alex has put the Thunderbirds 1960s TV series intros 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown and theme music for Thunderbirds. Menacing Muskrat said my intel source sent me a picture of Queen Diana. It was Princess Diana. Anybody else see the picture? No, I haven't seen anything. Menacing Muskrat. I am Kai said, Deb, I'm just a guy. Deb said, I love Thunderbirds. I did too. When I was young, I used to, if I woke up at 6 o'clock, I was in front of the TV watching Thunderbirds go. The way they walked. I am Kai, said with a tiny dog. Stu said, I love that show. Kai, Team America. MJ said, menacing, share please. Alex said, Thunderbirds told us all those years ago. Puppet on a string, yeah. Now we're watching Biden. Oh, great. Another puppet on a string. I am Kai said, America. F yeah, coming again to save Mother effing Day. Yeah. MJ said, twisted air, quote, art. Darren said, when I was little, I was a big fan of Thunderbirds. Susie said, Kai, is there any extreme PTSD therapy available in your area? Most good therapists have a sliding scale. I am Kai said, Susie, I can't stand a shrink. All they do is say, and how does that make you feel? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I went to therapy for a while, try and get over severe bashing, right? And how does that make you feel? Well, how do you think it makes me bloody feel? Goober. Jeez. It hurt. That's how it makes me feel. It hurt. I agree with you, Kai. That's all I ever say. And how does that make you feel? I can go home and do that. Deb said the newsreader is one of the little kids on a painting. Tower King 1970 said, Alex, kids got to eat. They do. Menacing Muskrat said, MJ, I've got to get it off my phone. I'll put it in the comments. MJ said, menacing gracias. Deb said, yes, I love seeing Hev's face on my TV. Too close, too close. I am Kai said, as for trauma, I can't talk very long without something breaking down. I try and stay in now, right now. Stu said, how do I know about Chopper? My next door neighbour was related to Peter Gibb. They made a movie about his prison break. There you go. XXX is laughing. I've got tongue-tied then. I am Kai said, that's all over now. Now is all there ever will be again, only now. Deb said, the whole house can hear Hev's laughter all over the house. Hey neighbours, how you going? Alex said, Thunderbirds was a great little show. My brother used to be scared of the hood. Deb, Captain Scarlet was another good one. This is the voice of the mysterious. I am Kai said she has an awesome laugh. Hey, just chilling. Is it Friday over there already? Because I wish it was Friday over here. It is. We are at Friday at 11:30 a.m. in the morning. I am Kai said a giggly laugh. Yes, I do have a giggly laugh. When I laugh in a room full of people, normally people stop laughing, look at me and start laughing again. Okay? It's a giggle. MJ said, Deb, yep, love hearing her sing and laugh. Shannon isn't here sneaking them in, and Darren is quiet tonight. Oh yeah, the rude jokes. XXX said, I crash cat some Z's. Good night all, see you soon. Good night XXX, good to see you. Alex said, the voice of the Mysterons. We know that you can hear us, Earthmen. I am Kai's laughing and just chilling, yep. I am Kai said, it's 4:20 here. Alicia said, hey Alex, how are ya? Alex said, I'm not even, oh, that jumped, okay. It's jumped again. Sorry, half of you people who say goodnight are probably already gone by the time I get to your comment. Okay, I'm going to go from here. Oh, I'm back to where I was, I think. Darren said, MJ, I went quiet because my chat froze, then I had to catch up. Alex said, they allow that, yet kick you off Hev for trying to share what's going on. Deb said, no, thank you for seeing you set your face on fire. Yeah, I don't want to see that either. I am Kai said, Alex, take comfort in knowing that fish brains don't have pain centre, they only feel pressure. And Alicia said, much love, Kai. Menacing Muskrat said, lol, good old I am Kai. Have you been over to Bruce's lately? Darren said, but the oceans are boiling, so all the fish are cooking alive. Alex said, in a way, it's good that your cigarette goes out, as normally regular cigarettes are designed to burn away, and at $50 a pack, they win. Better that it goes out. I agree. Luna said, menacing, 3 cups of sugar, 2 cups of water, 1 2-inch piece of vanilla bean split lengthwise, 8 tablespoons of instant coffee or crushed coffee beans, and 1 750 milliliter bottle of rum or vodka. Ooh. I am Kai said, Muskrat, his computer burnt up. New one coming in very soon. By now, a couple of days. Deb said, so many of family and friends had to get the jabby, no jobs and medical care. Stu said, just turning in 11:11. Just turning 11:11, sorry. Menacing Muskrat said, thank you, Luna. Alex said, it was horrible to see, and the noise you could clearly see what I was trying to get. You could clearly see it was trying to get out of the oven. Darren says, sounds a bit like Bailey's, Luna. MJ said, did you see who owns CMAX? Who owns CMAX? It's not BlackRock or something, is it? Alex said, noise. Menacing Muskrat said, I'm going to give it a shot. Get it, lol, Luna? Darren said, zombie fish. I am Kai said, they fry them to wrap the head in ice towel and serve alive, but fry. Oh, God. No. MJ said, oh, no. Alex said, no, Kai, why? Luna said, haha. Oh, jumped again. Oh. Okay. Deb said, Mai said that Cooper was proven crazy when I was trying to tell her it was happening. I am Kai said worst in that area I've seen was dog. Oh, I don't want to know. Oh. Oh. Pride alive. I don't want to hear about that. No, 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 please, no. Please, no. Stu said I don't believe in violence, but seeing someone deep fry a live dog would do it. Oh, mate. I'd throw them in the foot. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to read the next couple of comments because I can't. It's about dogs. It's, yeah, I can't stomach animals, children or elderly getting hurt. In fact, anyone. What is going on? There's birds everywhere. Oh no, it's the birds. Like, I'm serious, under my veranda. They're all flying in and out and around, and there's one hanging on the edge there, and oh my God. Alex said I can't even kill bugs. Luna said menacing a small saucepan over medium-high heat, combine the sugar, water, vanilla, begin to create a simple syrup, bring to boil, stir until the sugar is completely dissolved, mix it in with your vodka. Menacing Muskrat said I'm Kai, can't these posts making LBRY. Luna said reduce to a simmer when the sugar solution's been reduced by half, or after about 30 minutes, remove the pan from the heat. Stir in 8 tablespoons of quality instant coffee, allow the mixture to cool. I am Kai said violence is just an action, the feeling behind the action makes it good or evil to the witness. Luna said in a sealable glass jar or bottle, combine the flavoured syrup with rum or vodka, shake well and let it sit in a cool, dark area for 10 days. Every day or two, give the bottle a good shake. Luna said after 10 days, strain the liqueur through a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth to remove all the coffee granules in the vanilla bean. Store in a sealed liquor bottle. I don't drink, but it sounds good. Sherry said the 144,000 will be chosen to help rule over the new earth. There shall be a new heaven, new earth, what the Bible says. I am Kai said I can't explain it any more than the one tribe with bullet ant glove deal. Alex said then, there is so much evil in this world, I'm glad it's all about to get wiped out. Has anyone ever watched A Haunting? There is real evil in this world, in the darkest places. MJ said this has been how I know it. This has been how I know I am sure of it. There is a difference in beings. They get off on viciousness, evil I always knew as a child. I am Kai said they weave gloves with bullet ants, butts inside. Ants are stuck, then the young men must wear the gloves for however long. Luna said, menacing I let mine proof for a month. I am Kai said if I could I would fix all the hurt ever. Yeah, me too. Menacing Muskrat said, Luna, sounds good. I am Kai said I detest violent actions for greed and control. Alex said, Revelation 22:13. I am Kai said, but sometimes violence is necessary for a continuing existence. Menacing Muskrat said, Revelation 22:13, King James Version 13, I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. That was the verse Alex put up. And Alex quoted and Menacing Muskrat put up. I am Kai said that one book, The Dark Tower by Stephen King, had a line in it. I haven't read, that's about the only one I haven't read, I think. Or any of his recent ones, if he's made any recent ones, I haven't read them either. Alex said, yes, Menacing Muskrat. Luna said, I had a huntsman spider in the house the size of a dinner plate. I didn't have any spray or container big enough, so I had to take it out the house by hand. She was an old one, so wasn't moving fast at all. MJ said, is this in Australia? Yeah, the video of the man, yeah, the spider, yes. Sherry said, Alex, do you know how to get rid of fleas? My little Storm has brought in fleas from outside. I know. Now he and my other little dog both have fleas. If you can get diatomaceous earth, it's a powder, right? You can get it at some produce, animal produce shops, places that sell animal feed and stuff. If you can get diatomaceous earth, you can put the powder on your hands and rub it over your animals. You can also sprinkle it in any carpet that you don't want. Fleas and that can't handle it. Fleas, lice and ticks can't handle it. They can't breathe. So that's one thing. Alex said, I think it's the same in all Bibles. I am Kai said, I do not kill with my hand. He who kills with his hand has forgotten the face of the Father. I kill with my heart. Darren said, fuck that. Alex said, he still screams. Darren said, that chapter doesn't mention the 144,000 though. Deb said, garlic kills fleas. I am Kai's laughing at 144k. Alex said, came in with his boots on. Darren said, effing big boots. I am Kai said, Atwood's a creep. Deb said, I love to read the book on your life. I am Kai. Menacing Muskrat said, that was a small spider. Let me get my gun. MJ said, you guys crack me up. Menacing Muskrat said, then I'll phone the roofer. Yeah, you should blow a hole in the ceiling. Alex said, you would surely need a blanket for a spider that was that hairy and big like a small cat. Deb said, I'm Kai, you need to wipe the smirk off his face. Stu said, I dug up a mallee mouse spider once and nearly fainted. The size and solid body and the fangs were huge. I'm Kai said, the good part starts at 16, first drive alone at night. Bright blue blinding light, poof, 15 minutes, gone. A different boy in the other car after that. And a broken thing. Menacing Muskrat said, I'll stay up here in the Northland, Stu. Pat said, T-Boner is related to corn pop. Oh, that's a good one, Pat. T-Bone's related to corn pop. Corn pop was a bad dude. MJ said, Pat, well, Deb. Stu said, very beautiful part of the world, menacing. Deb said, we would love to give you a big hug, I am Kai. I am Kai said, 20 years in 15 minutes and then confused and angered and crying and temporal constancy brings injuries along on schedule. Darren said, my money's on T-Bone, he's the beefy one. I am Kai said, I'm right by where it was to. A few miles from here, just inside Gate 10 by Sabre Heliport. Stu said, brains, Virgil, etc. lol. Menacing Muskrat said, when is the fight between Elon and Zuckerberg? Yeah, with the F in front of it instead of a Z. I don't know. They've been talking about it. I am Kai said, I never fit in anywhere from that day. It's good in chat. In person, it's different. What? Where am I? It's jumped again. I'm trying to get on. There we go. Somewhere here. David James said they walk better than Biden too, Deb. I am Kai said, now he's corn poop, not pop. Darren said, Kai, many people don't fit in. Chats like this show, you're not alone. Deb said, my so-called back to you, Hev. MJ said, corn poop, oh my God, I love it. I am Kai said, I've got no room to talk. My knees are going, I'm not so graceful myself. Stu said, well said, Darren. Alex is saying, you guys with little laughing faces. Darren said, you won't sell many corn poops at a fair. I am Kai said, I once watched myself run a dude clean over from my own shoulder, the right shoulder. Wow. The birds are having a good old, I don't know what's going on, squawking out there. Deb said, I'll have to go soon to drop my hubby to hubby daycare. Yeah, I've got to go soon too. Heaven sent, here's a video for you. Australia drops a bombshell on Pfizer and they're peed. I played something earlier on Pfizer being grilled by the Australian government, or parts of Australian government, the good parts. I am Kai said, I stare off into space a lot. Stu said, Deb, is that the pub? Deb said at 11:03 a.m. Adelaide not moist. MJ said hubby daycare. Where's that, Lowe's? Deb said local pub. Stu said bingo. Darren said there's a lot of space to see, Kai. Mostly looks they same all over. I am Kai said that guy stopped cooking eventually. Deb said thank you, Hev. MJ said Carlos Slim C-Max Mexico of Lebanese descent owns cell company too, billionaire. Oh, okay. I am Kai said, I don't regret it. MJ said, yep, pub. I am Kai said, I've just simply seen too much to believe that a God would allow this. Well, God gave everyone free will. That's what allowed it. I'd rather he give people free will than be a dictator. But that's what, people have the free will to be good or evil. I am Kai said, if one could, it's not loving. If one would, it's not loving. Susie said, Slim cannot be his real name. Carlos Slim sounds like a cowboy pimp. MJ said, I know a lot of hubbies addicted to Harbour Freight over here. Menacing Muskrat said, isn't C-Max a concrete company? Yes. Darren said, Kai, the great plan is beyond our mortal understanding. Alex said, my cats all went crazy the other night out of character. Stuff is defo happening somewhere that only they can sense. MJ said, yes, menacing 100%. Deb said, has Hev sung yet? A couple of times. Alex said, I used to love that show. There is a haunting. In this world, there is real evil. I am Kai said, bullet ants have the most painful sting of all insects known to end grown men from just one. MJ said, Mexico build a wall, you know. Menacing Muskrat said, the best thing for concrete recipe is blood, right? Yeah, they put blood in the concrete, yeah. Do you know that? There's more than one ways to get rid of evidence, apparently. I am Kai said, plan ain't no plan. I am Kai said, Mad Max, kid, pig killer. Man plans, God laughs. Sherry said, thanks, Hev, I'll use both, thanks. I am Kai said, think about it, 4,000 years ago, how do you control an entire population, the boogeyman? Hey, Shannon's here. I just saw Shannon somewhere. Shannon said, what sorcery is this? Deb said, yeah, bull ants make for good punishment for pedos. I live with a person that went to jail for funding the pedo that the police couldn't find. The pedo should not have touched his daughter. Oh, for finding the pedo, not funding it, jeez. Sorry, Deb, that was my mistake. I am Kai said, Shannon, everyone's going, Shannon. MJ said, menacing is huge in New York too, Mr. Slim. Susie said, yes, the haunting was so terrifying. I stopped watching when I saw the episode where the family just walked out leaving their home as is, took nothing and never came back. Totally demonised house. Shannon said, g'day from the Riverland, South Australia. I'm nearly 3 hours in. I didn't expect to go this long, but anyway. Deb said, 11:11 Adelaide, not moist. Stu said, how's AI ever going to track this channel? We're all over the shop and speak discreetly and some not so much. Good luck. I'm Kai said, dude should have a reward for his service. Alex said, for fleas, you could also try sprinkling baking soda on affected areas such as furniture and carpets. The powder will penetrate the fibres of the carpets, killing off any fleas hiding in there. Shannon said, was just about to go to bed. Is this just starting or just finishing? Shannon. Menacing Muskrat said, MJ also remember that watch where pig farms are located too? Yep. Deb said he was in jail with Chopper Reed. I am Kai said, Shannon wrapping up. Susie said, what happened to the Hoodoo Gurus? I don't know. They just disappeared. I am Kai said, Susie, time always tells on those dudes. Darren said, true, Stu, but AI could tap into other devices and listen to what we say and don't type. Stu said, indeed, Deb, some were not so loud. Oh. Jumped again. I am Kai said, anyone remember the breatharians? Oh yeah, just they breathe, they don't eat. Shannon says, Saturday's still on? Yes, it is. Menacing Muskrat said, good point, haven't sent, thank you. I don't know what I said. I am Kai said, they strayed a bunch of folks to death, saying if you're poor enough, you only need air to live. Yeah, so people died. Shannon said, shut up, Paul, I wasn't thinking of Chica Brothers, whatever that is. I am Kai said, starved a bunch of folks. Deb said, didn't they die? I am Kai, yep. Alex said, make sure Storm is out of the room, as baking powder can be poisonous, then vacuum the whole area and redo if you need to. I am Kai said, everyone except the leaders that we're eating secretly. Menacing Muskrat said, good point, heaven sent, God gave us all free will. Oh, yep. I am Kai said, the leaders got prison. Menacing Muskrat said, Shannon, how's socks? Alex said, and other animals treat the area like it's chemicals, but the baking powder should do it naturally. Alex said, hey, Shannon. MJ said, New York Times. I'm sorry, I meant New York Times, Slim. Darren said, if it doesn't kill the fleas, it will at least remove any odours. I am Kai said, diatomaceous earth will kill all bugs, and it's just a white powder. White dirt, it is, and it kills ants too. So with that, I'm going to leave you for today, and I'll be back tomorrow morning, same time. Much love to everybody. And I'm going to go before I start dancing in my seat, dancing in Chicago. Hang on. What happened to my words? Dancing in Chicago, down in New Orleans, dancing in my seat. Okay, I've got to go. Much love. Bye, guys.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.